damn it.
Fire Emblem. Engage.
Hear anything?
Hello everybody, welcome some Fire Emblem Engage with OverCrit. Join with me today is... All Meat? All Meat.
You can just call me Meat.
Alright. Joining with me today is Meat. Let's see. I think this is the first time, no, it might be my second time streaming Fire Emblem Engage.
For my sake and for the sake of the viewers, because there's so many Fire Emblem games, which one is Engage? Is it the one with the crazy chick with the blue and red hair?
Yes, this is the game. Fire Emblem Engage is the game where the main character is a Colgate toothpaste commercial.
This is the one with the stands.
Yep, the stands.
Okay.
A nod to JoJo reference. Let's see. Is the game too loud?
I don't hear anything.
Right. Not from the... What's it called?
Discord stream, yeah.
Is your volume all the way down or up or something?
All the way up. I'm not too worried.
What if I...
Let me make sure I don't have it muted or something. Ah, balls. Yeah, stream volume all the way up, not muted. It's fine. Here's a question.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a very, very long time. If we were to be a stand and a stand user, who would be the stand? A little thought exercise. Which one of us would be the other person's stand?
Ugh.
Yeah. You don't have to answer right away. Just a little thought exercise.
Indeed. I would probably be the stand.
True, you are quiet. Your stand name? Astral Dogma. I mean, that's a cool stand name, right?
Alright.
It fits in with the music theming.
Alright. Astral Dogma. Behold toothpaste hair.
I didn't like the toothpaste hair, not because it's like, oh, you red and blue. It's because they're such flat red and blue.
Ah, yeah.
Like it is almost like a matte painting.
I'm like 7 out of 10 on the hair, honestly.
I'd give it a 5.
Like I deduct points because there's blue strands that are coming out of places where they're not supposed to. Like here, on the back of the girl's head over there, there's like those 2 blue strands on the right side. One of them is off center. The one that's towards the blue side is very off center. It's very off-putting. Like
I can see it even better.
almost as if what was it called? Almost as if she put a red wig on top of blue hair, and some of her hair underneath is sticking
I see
out.
What you're saying. Yeah, I'm seeing what you're seeing now. I mean, I get they wanted to add, like, some color to either side, but, like, they did the split hair and the heterochromia. I mean, it's a little...
off balance.
Well, and it's a little Mary Sue.
I mean, there is a lore reason why their hair is split like that.
There's a lore reason for every, like, OP character. Like, Kirito has lore reasons why he's as dog shit as he is. I just trained better than every bitch!
It's all like,
You got cheat codes on.
This was my life for 2 years. Yeah.
Like, explaining something does... Like, if I made bad food to you and explained why I made it, that wouldn't make it good food.
Yeah.
You would just know why I made the decisions I made. Whether or not those are good reasons, different story.
I am also not a fan of the Spanish Lord look. I mean, this is Spanish, like Spanish style, right? Like with the whole like paulders and.
It's supposed to be like that like kind of Age of Sails kind of nobility look.
Yeah, like old Spanish. I would be less bothered by this if there were other people who wore similar outfits.
Yeah.
But he's the only one.
Yeah. Well, and that's another thing. I think it's supposed to be kind of with those circular knots. It's kind of Imperial Japan, isn't it? Like that part of it.
All right. So the necktie, I would agree. That seems like a very that's
French, stroke Spanish, maybe Italian.
Yeah, there's a lot of cultures mixed in this outfit, and
it clashes just like their hair.
Yeah, it's off-putting.
Yeah, this is I don't know what they were thinking, because every other Fire Emblem character, they look generally great. But these two, when I remember I was working at GameStop when it came out, I'm like, that is the most garish character design I've seen in a while. It doesn't look good. It's very unpleasant to look at.
But yeah, that said, my first partial playthrough was with female Lear, and it grew on me. It was very she's a very likable character, very main character, but I was like,
personalities aren't the problem.
Yeah, she was a good enough character for me to look beyond that. But alright. But I'm afraid that some of her dialogues with the other people might sound a bit rapey if coming from a male character.
With that word on streaming.
Alright. Might sound a little risky coming from a male character. But
dubious consensual.
We'll be finding out. I'm going to go with basic, the default name, Alir. Birthday. Let's see.
That's a weird too. I don't know. They burned the food with these MCs, at least in design and name.
Let's see. What should I make the birthday? The birthday doesn't really matter, except when it becomes your birthday, you get some bonus like
you know what you need
crap.
To make the birthday? 6 and 9.
Really?
Really? Her funny meme number.
Man, I just died a little inside.
Yeah.
All right. Damn it. Let's see. Maddening?
Does maddening give you the permadeath?
No. Maddening does give you mechanics that prevent you from brain-deading maps.
I mean, you're probably the most experienced Fire Emblem player I know. I mean, you could play on maddening.
It's...
Yeah, if you're not doing Iron Man, do maddening.
Alright. Classic, because it's classic.
No, classic is Iron Man.
No, it's not really. It's not really at all. This game, along with its predecessor, Three Houses, includes a built-in mechanic where you can take back your turns.
Well, I guess you could always just load your last save if it really.
Not even that. It's like, I lost character. I'm gonna rewind to the previous turn and try a different tactic.
Yeah, I remember you talking about rewinds one time.
It personally, I feel like it undermines the flavor of classic.
Well, the thing is, we want to balance, as we were talking about earlier, you and I privately. we want to balance, you know, entertainment and challenge. Because I mean, the Fire Emblem characters are good enough that no one wants to, you know, see your dudes get permanently dead.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be fun for anybody. That might be fun for a video series where you're trying to do like a challenge. But you know, challenge video series usually go forth with the intent that they can potentially permanently fail. Like, and I was going to bring this up earlier, that's the other jarring thing about these main characters. None of the other characters have these bizarre matte colors for hair. Like, they look like they don't belong in their own game, and I think that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, if I was a villain and I saw someone like that approach, I'd be like, oh, clearly you're some sort of main character. Kind of chosen one head ass is coming into my lair.
Time to engage. Like, it makes me smile every time I hear that, because it's like here's my ring, now propose to me.
That would have been a funny twist, one where you have to marry everybody. There is a game like that, but we won't talk about it on stream.
Yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
I have a few ideas. I've played enough games to have a few ideas.
Yeah.
Here we go, Mr. Last Boss. I also don't like I also don't like openings that's just like what are they called?
Depending on really the type, it depends. We could call this in medias res, which means in the middle of something else. But this is what this is gonna happen, and they're gonna flash back. Yeah.
Yeah, this is no. It's not even that. This is a premonition dream.
Oh, heck.
Yeah. This is a dream of what is to come.
Like, it can work, but
the worst part is that the game starts off as if what is that word? Drawing a blank.
I don't know what you intend to say either.
Yeah, alright, the game starts off as if this happened in the past, except that clearly this hasn't happened yet, since you keep meeting these people later in the game for the first time. So you think it was a premonition dream, but
you know, now that I'm thinking about it, like, I don't know much about the story of this one in particular, but just looking at kind of the principles and mechanics, it looks like it might be the weaker of the Fire Emblems. It's like, think of it this way. One, it starts off with this, which you and I have seen the whole premonition thing done well. Like,
yeah.
Remember Alundra?
Yeah.
The premonition with Lars, where it's just a warning.
Yeah.
It's not like, ooh, this exact event is going to happen. It's like, no. You are heading towards a place that you need to go to, and some bad shit is going to happen. Cool, great. Then you wake up and everything's gone to hell, and it's like, oh, okay. But importantly, you know, you have this new character, right?
Yep.
But they're nothing without the engages. So, unintentionally, the narrative is these new heroes are nothing without the characters previously from the series. It's detracting the importance of their deeds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does. I don't want to get into too deeply because that has to do with like the ending, but it really feels like nobody here matters except Alir. and the Emblem rings.
Yeah. Like,
Well, I get
feels-
it. I can see why though, because the developers have to script this as if you killed off everybody except the main character, every lose condition.
I guess. I mean, are other Fire Emblems direct sequels?
No, there
you
is. There are only one. There was only.
I mean, I guess technically, like, Marth is a historical figure in some of them.
Well, oh, hold up. There is only 2 games that are direct sequels. Well, yeah, no, maybe 3. The original game, and it's I get the original game and its sequel game that was released on the Super Nintendo, where it uncovers more about the baddies that happened in the first game. And then there's Fire Emblem 2, which took place in the same world on a different continent, where you had cameos of some of your characters show up to join you from the first game.
It also works.
And then there was a sequel of the first game, which came out on the Game Boy, the DS, Nintendo DS.
Yeah, that was the Awakening. Yeah.
No, this was a different.
Oh.
This was a different game called Mysteries of the Emblem. Whereas they gave you a my character like Awakening.
Oh, keep playing while you're telling me.
Except that you play as one of Marth's lieutenants. And Marth is, by the way, the stand you see over here, just shiny blue. Yeah, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. Be right back. 1 sec. My food is here, I believe.
All right.
Continue the game. I'll be listening.
All right. You're about to miss the magical girl transformation.
Oh, I've seen it.
All right. Here we go. Transform.
今こそ心を一つにエンブレムエンゲージ
Do love how beautiful those wings are, though. Engage attacks, and we are going to start with the super move. Let's see. Alright, it doesn't matter which one we use because we still beat the crap out of them, so let's use the cool weapon. Impossible!
乗るなよ。脆弱なお前などにこの我は滅ぼせぬ。
Alright, stage cleared. Moving on to the next one.
ありがとう。君のおかげで世界は救われた。僕の役目はここでおしまいだよ。けれど、僕はずっと君のそばにいる。あの日のように隣に立つ日を待っている。もしもいつかまた会える時が来たら思い出してくれ。僕のことを。君と共に戦った12のエンブレムのことを。
Alright, let's save down here.
目を開けられた。
あなたたちは。
あなたは
え、
神竜様ですか？神竜様ですね。なんと神竜様がお目覚めになりました。
It's weird how close they were to him when he was starting to wake up. It wasn't like he was, you know, it was like stop snoring or anything. Like, oh look, he stopped snoring. Well, for the first time in ever since I came here.
まったく二人とも想像し、お目覚めになったなどそのような嘘を。神竜様、これは奇跡だ。よもや本当にお目覚めになられているとは。ああ、その目が開かれている玉眼を私の代で拝見する栄誉を賜れるなど。
あなたは？
申し訳ございません。つい取り乱してしまいまして。私は第32代目となる竜の森人、名をバンドレと申します。
バンドレさん。
なんて恐れ多い。どうかバンドレとお呼びください。
ねえバンドレさん、本当に神竜様起きてたでしょ？僕たち嘘なんかついてないよ。
あなたたちはさっきの。
はい、すみません。先ほどは驚きのあまり自己紹介もせず。僕は第33代竜の森人クランです。どうぞお見知りおきを。同じく第33代竜の森人フランです。クランの双子の妹なんですよ。あなた様がお目覚めになるのをずーっとじーっとお待ちしておりました。
我々竜の森人はあなた様の守護者。古の時代より代替わりを続けながらあなた様がお目覚めになる時をお待ちしていたのです。いやはや本当に驚きました。何せ初代竜の森人の時代より実に1000年もの時が経っているのですから。
1000年？私は1000年の間眠っていたのですか？
はい、母君神竜王ルミエル様もこの時を待ちわびておられました。神竜の王族たるあなた様の目覚めはこの世界にとって大きな知らせとなるでしょう。
待ってください。神竜王ルミエル、それが私の母なのですか？それに神竜の王族って私が？
神竜様、もしやご自分のことを覚えていらっしゃらないのですか？
名は覚えています。でもそれ以外のことは何も。
それって記憶喪失ってやつでは？もしかして眠り続けた弊害なのでしょうか？
私は一体。
大丈夫です。きっとお目覚めになったばかりでまだ混乱していらっしゃるのですよ。よろしいですか？あなた様は神竜、この世界で神と崇められる竜の王族です。そしてあなた様の母君は聖地リトスを滑る神竜王ルミエル様。1000年前に起きた戦争で悪の元凶たる邪竜を封印した偉大なお方。あなた様はその神竜王ルミエル様のたった一人の巫女なのです。
戦争、邪竜、何か思い出しそうなのに頭にもやがかかっているようです。
無理をなさることはございません。きっとすぐに思い出されます。何せあなた様は神と言い伝えられし尊きお方。高貴で優しく武勇に優れ、どのような敵にも恐れず勇敢に立ち向かったと聞き及んでおります。
そんなにですか？噂に尾ひれがついてません？
ひとまずリトスの王城に参りませんか？ ルミエル様に元気なお姿をお見せせねば。会ってお話をすれば何か思い出すこともございましょう。
わかりました。
そうと決まれば早速出発ですね。
リトスの神竜王女へ。
Ah, such a gorgeous backdrop.
さっきまでいた場所は空の上にあったんですね。
神竜様が眠っていらした場所は利休空ネル。御身の安全を確かにするために浮遊塔の上に作ったと聞き及んでおります。最も堅牢な空の要塞と呼ばれており、認められた者以外の侵入を許しません。
空の要塞。皆さんもずっとそこに？
はい、私たち竜の森人は神竜様の守護とソラネルの管理が主なお仕事なので。ちなみにソラネルは選ばれた人間しか入れない聖地の中の聖地だとも言われてるんですよ。
各国の王族様方が神竜様に会いに来られることもあります。特に敬虔な神竜信仰であるフィレネ王国の王子様と王女様はよくお越しになりますよ。
こう拝んで見つめて眠る神竜様に話しかけて帰るって感じです。
なるほど。いろいろ教えてくれてありがとうございます。クラン、フラン。
神に名前を呼ばれました。その上お礼を言われちゃいました。
感激すぎてそっとしそうです。むしろもうそっとしています。
お前たち神竜様の御前だぞ。まったく誇り高き竜の森人として恥じぬ振る舞いをしろといつも言っているというのに。神竜様、ご無礼をお許しください。
無礼だなんて。賑やかで楽しいです。
さすが神竜様、お心が海より広い。
あ、王城が見えてきましたよ。
あれが神竜王城、神竜王のいる場所ですか。
1000年ぶりのご帰還ですな。
お城までエスコートさせてください。
お手をどうぞ。
ありがとうございます。あれ、私の手に指輪が。眠る前からつけていたものでしょうか。この青い石、何かを思い出しそうな。
Just like the ring in your dream.
何ですかこいつらは。
バンドレ、リトスの地にはこんな化け物が。
いいえ、初めて見ます。平和なリトスにこのような化け物が現れるなど聞いたこともありません。
そうですか。では
戦われますか。さすがは神竜様、お噂にたがわず勇敢で。
いいえ、逃げましょう。相手の正体がわからないのであれば立ち向かうのは得策ではありません。それになんだか嫌な感じがするんです。さあ早く。
いや、しかし神竜様のご命令であれば従うべきか。
では神竜様は先に。
ここは僕たちが引きつけます。
ダメだ、お前たち前に出過ぎるな。
武器が囲まれちゃいました。
クラン、フラン。
待っていろ、今助けに向かう。
バンドレ。
神竜様、危険です。お下がりください。
二人は私を守ろうとして襲われたんです。下がっているわけにはいきません。逃げるといったこと撤回します。どうか共に戦わせてくれませんか。
わかりました。どうかご無理はなさらぬように。
ありがとうございます。
Alright. So.
なぜこのような化け物がリトスの地
Never
に。
mind.
奴らは危険です。茂みに身を隠して進軍いたしましょう。
hide Hide in the shrubbery like a coward you are. Alright, let's see. That was a bit
So
of
I'm here, but I'm currently munching on a salad, so
yeah.
I'm listening though.
Alright, well, that was a bit of a cutscene. It's pretty much
Noticed.
what... Yeah. Pretty much what that was. You've been asleep for 1,000 years. You woke up to 2 kids screaming in your face, who brought their grandpa over, and then they tell you that you are the god, you are the, what was it called, the idol of their worship, the
Chosen one.
the god of their religion, so to speak. And you have a mother who wants to see you because you woke up. Yeah. Yep. You are the chosen one.
Yeah, this is an incredibly Mary Sue character. Like, I mean, in Awakening, you were just a strategist.
Oh yeah. You were. Yeah. I mean, you were just a strategist, but you were also like technically the last boss.
Well, yeah.
Like in Awakening, if Crom could have just stabbed you with the falchion and be done with everything. You know, because you're traveling with the main character the entire time. But yeah, no, there's no nothing. This is the main character. He is an okay character. He's designed to be great, but not me. He's designed to be a good character. He has middling let's see. He has middling damage growth, strength and magic growths. His strength growth is slightly higher than his magic growth, but not by too much. So, it's, what was it called? I think his strength growth was 30% and magic growth was 20. So, it's about middle ground. 50 is like top damage dealer numbers. Yeah, he could pretty much fit in any class you want, and he'll do great. You can change him to any job you want. He'll do great.
Which is great. That's what you want in like a primary character, is versatility.
Yeah, but unfortunately, because of this because of the game mechanics of this game, the reason why he's especially great with just about anything is because he has one of the highest speed growths in the game. And speed means you hit twice, and your enemies can only hit you once. And it also means you have a higher chance of not taking damage at all. And in a game, in Fire Emblem, especially in a game like this, where most maps are a grind of waves upon waves of enemies that you're trying to wade through to get to the boss or the objective. Being able to not take damage and deal good damage back is great.
Well, the same is true of like any turn-based system. Is action economy really is king?
Yeah.
Because then, if you're taking twice as many actions as the enemy, your actions only need to be okay.
Yeah, and his actions are really, really okay. It's pretty good. His speed makes him good. His damage is okay. No complaints there. And he also has this wonderful passive where any allies who's next to him deals 3 additional damage and takes 1 less damage. The 1 less damage, in the most optimal case scenario, in the optimal case scenario, stacking damage reduction, you could get like maybe 10 less damage, just quite a bit. Though it's not bad, but you really have to stack damage reduction in order to make it worth anything, because it's so hard to get. But the plus 3 damage is really nice, because it often, very often in maddening mode. Very often means the difference between dealing chip damage to get XP or not.
That's always something I've had conflicted feelings about, is the XP system in Fire Emblem.
Speaking of XP system, this game hates this guy.
I remember we had a whole big conversation about this.
Yeah.
Like, he's not completely useless, but he has dog shit compared to everybody else.
Yeah. This man will not grow.
In any meaningful way.
So this guy is a level 1 paladin. Paladin is a tier 2 class, or a advanced class, I guess would be better said. You can basic class characters in their base class can change to an advanced class after they hit level 10. And so this guy has the stats of a but this guy, he's coded to be level 15. Right? And for example, the enemies in this map are level 1s and 2s.
Yeah, they're gonna give him nothing.
Yeah, and the XP scaling in this game says that you start getting you start getting less XP the higher level you are, and the drop off is about 3 to 5 levels. Right? So at 3 level difference, you might be getting like 5 XP. Oh, at the same if you're at the same level, you can expect to get 10 XP from dealing chip damage. And maybe 50 XP for killing something. At 3 levels below, if you're 3 levels higher than your opponent, you might be getting 5 XP for chip damage and 30 for killing something. At 5 difference, you might be getting
You're over-explaining in the minutia.
Right. Well, this guy gains 1 XP for chip damage and 2 XP or 5 XP, one of those two. But anyways, it's really small for killing something.
His stats don't reflect it at all. His stats are basically the same as the other character.
Yeah, if you notice, down here on the left side, you have rating, which is all these stats added together to form 66. Or 64, because he actually has a 2-speed penalty because his axe is too heavy.
Right.
His axe is too heavy compared to his build. Whereas Elir over here, he is level 1, 14 levels lower than him, and has half of his stats. Let's see. In maddening, since you have fixed growths, he will. Let's put it in terms of speed. He will gain about 1 speed every 2 levels, on average. After 10 levels, with just speed growing, he will have a rating of 34. But
on top of
But let's assume, 44. If you just gain like 5 speed in 10 levels, you have like 39 or something. Let's assume that he got like half of his stat. Let's say his he gets 5 in each stat after 10 levels. That's 50 more points. And that's being generous, assuming that he gains a stat point every other level. Even with just that, he would have.
Also, it doesn't take HP into consideration.
Yeah, it doesn't. But yeah, he would have like rating of 84. Maybe closer to 70 at level 10. Because it's not exactly 50-50 on each stat.
Right.
So 70 at level 10.
I've always been kind of meh about the RNG of the leveling.
64 and he's 15.
Yeah, he's functionally 15.
No, this guy is functionally level 9. He has
for the sake of his XP.
Yeah, but for the sake of his XP, he's functionally level 15. And the level 15 enemies...
Statistically, he's a level 9.
Yeah, statistically he's level 9, and level 15 enemies don't start showing up until chapter 10.
And yeah, by that time...
Yeah, by that time, like, for example, Lear would have advanced to his... changed classes to his advanced class, and he would have gotten like 20, like a lot more stats from it, and his growth would be higher. And this guy can't level.
I mean, he's effectively supposedly level 15 for the sake of his experience, and he only has 18 more hit points than the main character.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
His only plus side would be his passive, which only applies to the main character. Which makes it pretty bad, because it's only 5% more crit.
This is why I really do think this Fire Emblem, it must have been a different writer. Because, so you've heard the term Mary Sue before, but really the crux of a character being a Mary Sue is that, because, there's characters that are overpowered, but like, well, let me see. The difference between, like Goku is not a Mary Sue. Despite being incredibly powerful, but Kirito is. Because most of the show, most of Sword Art, is about how great Kirito is. And people have to tell him how great he is. I mean, he is in a committed relationship and yet still has all these women fawning over him who know he's in a committed relationship, who are friends with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And again, it's all about how great Kirito is. I mean, to be fair to Goku, he has died multiple times.
That doesn't count. He doesn't give a crap.
And he does get beat up fairly often. And again, the characters aren't lavishing him in tongue bats. They'll be like, oh, it's Goku, he's strong. Goku's strong. But, well, okay, maybe he's a bit of a Mary Sue. But he also has people taking the piss out of him, like Vegeta. But back to my point. So, this main character literally has another character who is useless to level up, but has a passive that only affects him.
Yeah.
Literally a whole-ass other character dedicated to making you better. That is his only purpose. If that isn't a Mary Sue, I don't know what is. Our main character wasn't good enough. We made this other character that only buffs him. Even in Awakening, sure, you could have people marry your main character, but people could marry other characters too, and they would buff them instead. Woof. I see why you said this one was very shonen.
This character here, I'll talk about him more in the next chapters once he joins the party, and so I'll explain about how he works out. But
you mean Alphino and Alize there?
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, the mechanics are still great.
Oh, I love the soundtrack of this game, especially the enemy face music of these guys. It's just,
dude, that looks super cool.
It just slaps.
Cool design, and the main character looks like a bucket of Crayola.
These guys,
dude, they look so cool.
Yeah, these guys are what's called Arisen. They are dead people. Who have the
it's like biotech,
yeah, who have these like these things that are attached to their spines and skull, like,
oh my god, they're Phyrexians.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much they're like you can think of them as zombie cyborgs.
Yeah. They're being piloted by that thing.
Yeah, they're being piloted by their headgear.
See,
like
that's cool.
there are some of these guys actually do have their own will, but these guys don't. They're just dregs.
Right. But I mean, that makes sense. Like, if you were to look at like cybernetics, if we were to look at like cyberpunk and cyberpsychosis, in theory, you could create a. It's like, oh, they're not strong enough. Well, we can still create this kind of shock trooper where the cybernetic just pilots the body. But if you're strong enough, you can actually control the cybernetic and retain your will. It's like, okay, that makes sense. In like a storytelling kind of way.
Where can I put this guy? You know what? They probably won't attack him. That's fine.
What about the children? The chitlins?
Oh, they're NPCs. They don't matter.
As he gets down to 1.
Yeah, after this turn ends, Alira will be teleported up top for a cutscene.
Yeah, the enemy design was
Ooh, starting to get hit.
And a Goku instant transmission up there.
守られるばかりで何もできないなんて。私がみんなを守れれば、もっと私に力があれば。
And here comes the only choreographed scene in this game.
You know what? To give him credit, compared to other Mary Sues, at least Alira isn't insufferable.
This
other
scene
Mary
right
Sues
here.
Be like, I'm great.
This scene right here. His ring is telling him, "Remember me," even though it was a premonition dream.
Maybe they're talking about it in a historical sense of remember me.
Like, I haven't gotten far enough in this game to experience his relationship with the emblems in the past. But my spoiler knowledge tells me that they were not fighting together 1,000 years ago.
No.
So this whole scene is like, what the hell is happening here? To me.
Tyrannosaur, I mean Emblem. Yeah. You know when Martha's character, they've run out of ideas. Martha's like the Goku of the series.
Yeah.
Mind you, he himself is a cool character.
Like, this guy is the most boss's fucking dreg ever.
Yeah, to fight Martha and this dude? Screw Alira, I want to play as this guy. Yeah, he's fighting too. What the hell? They literally have him outnumbered and they can't kill him. Oh, now they do. That doesn't make him look as good as he thinks it does. That'd be like if Goku had to go Super Saiyan to just defeat the Ginyu Force.
Alright, let's turn the volume of this down a little bit.
I will say, the Fire Emblem level up sound is ingrained deep into my subconscious. Da 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 da!
Yeah. Alright, so what I hate about being teleported up is that these fucks are still down here.
Just kill him with the pallet and you might as well. What, you're not even gonna take the free XP?
No. The free
Wow, you
fucking
really hate him.
because the free XP is mine.
Greedy bastard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think the last time we talked about this guy is, we brought up, because there was a very similar setup in, I can't remember which Fire Emblem exactly it was. It was one of the Game Boy ones, not the DS. It was, the one where you start and you have a paladin with you. And, like, your main character's okay, you're like a basic swordsman, but of course the paladin just wrecks house.
Ah, yeah. The first game.
Was that the first game?
Yeah, in Fire Emblem 1, Jagen just wrecks. Because the first game didn't gimp their babysitter characters.
No, they didn't. Because I remember it starts off with him like the first thing that happens is he gets attacked and just schools a dude. Like, just it shows you how it works. And yeah, I just put him in front. He would just he was the wall who killed things.
Awakening's main was also pretty good. I forgot, Titania from the GameCube Fire Emblem was also very powerful.
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, also. Oh, hey, I leveled up. I got a bit stronger. How wonderful.
It's called Shadow Dragon and a Blade of Light. What?
Oh, that's the first Fire Emblem.
I did not play that one. These graphics are way too old.
There was an SNES remake as well, and also a Nintendo DS remake.
I mean, Fire Emblem notable paladins, maybe that'll help.
Emblem, engage!
History series, other games. Notable paladins. Here we go. What's it?
Alright, time to press the delete button.
It's not Camus. No, I don't think it was got today. I need to see a sprite. I'll remember the sprite.
There we go, stage cleared. Save again.
Oh, I remember Able. Which game were these two from? No, they were from the original. So I remember Cain and Abel. Yeah, you started out with like the paladin and the two horsemen.
Yep. Cain and Abel, the original Green and Red Knight.
Okay, so it must have been Yagen.
二人とも私を守ろうとしてくれたのでしょ。危ない目に遭わせてごめんなさい。無事でいてくれて本当に良かった。
神竜様、また奴らの気配が。
Was Marth the main character in that one? Might have been. I need to see the SNES one.
奴ら仲間を呼んだようです。
So this Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light was the
これでは
original.
倒してもキリがありません。
What was the name of the remake? Oh, here we go.
まだこんなに。
Was it the DS one?
Hey, look, it's Mother.
今度竜まで。
Oh, thank you. It was Shadow Dragon.
I love how he has no memories of the world, and yet he knows what a dragon is and how they're bad news.
Okay, so yeah, it was called Shadow Dragon, it seems.
本当にあなたなの
Yep,
ね
this is the one. Yeah, Yagan. He just
助けてくだ
so
さり
many asses in the beginning.
ありがとうございました。
Yeah.
会いたかった
Wait, he cannot wield swords? I could
あ
have
なた
sworn
が
I
目
gave
覚
him
め
a
た気配
sword.
がして
Maybe I'm thinking of someone
早
else.
く会いたくて飛んできたのどこも痛いところはない体が動かしにくいだとかは
大丈夫です。
よかった母さんずっとあなたに会いたかったのよ
あなたが母親？
どうしたのまさかあなた
ルミエル様、実はお目覚めになられた時からご自分のお名前以外の記憶がないのです。
そういうことなのね
ごめんなさい。あなたにとっては
God, I feel like a fever dream now. Maybe this was it.
私こそ気づけなくてごめんなさい嬉しくて
Ah.
つい全力で抱きしめてしまったわそうすべて忘れてしまっているのねずっと眠っていたのだから仕方ないわ1000年もの間ずっと
バンドレから聞きました。私は1000年前の戦以来眠っていたと。
戦いの中で負った深い傷のせいよそのせいであなたは
深い傷？やはり思い出せません。この世界のことも何も。
大丈夫よあなたが忘れたことは私が教えるわ何も覚えていなくても生きていてくれればいいあなたが私の子だということに変わりはないのだもの暗い顔しないで私はあなたと言葉を交わせるだけで十分幸せよねえその瞳とっても綺麗な色ね
Ah. My prior knowledge of this game makes me creeped out by that dialogue. Let's see what we have here. We have a bird. One of the mechanics in this game is that after you do a battle, you can't right now because you don't have access to like all of the content yet. But eventually you'll be able to walk around and just adopt pet animals that are just wandering around. Oh, hold up. There's gotta be a... There we go. Fix that minimap. Really? Was there like... I could have sworn there was something I could pick up here, like acorns or something. Pretty sure I could pick up some nuts. I don't see any nuts though. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll just talk to people then. You look so incredible on the battlefield. Of course you did. You're the Divine Dragon. But did you get injured? I hope not. You just need a little healing. No, I'm fantastic at it. Yup. I was a bit worried, but we made it through. We're safe because of you, Divine Dragon. Hey, what happened to the guy who popped out of your ring? I am so very, very happy to see you. It's like a dream. However, we had best not linger for too long. There may be enemies lurking around. It hardens to see you and the Queen Lemira united at last. The memory loss may have come as a surprise, but she seems elated nonetheless. Alright, next map.
I might be thinking of the Binding Blade or the Blazing Blade. Hold on.
Then it's probably the Blazing Blade. Oh wait. No. Binding Blade.
4つの王国と1つの聖地からなる世界
豊穣のフィレネ、武力のブロディア、
Wait, no, there's different
英知のイ
chapters.
ルシオン、自由のソルム、神竜の住む聖地リトス、そして今は滅びた邪竜の地グラドロン。1000年前この世界で邪竜との戦争が起きました。私たちは異界の英雄エンブレムに力を借り、各国の戦
They
士と
look
共
like
に
JoJo
一丸とな
characters
って
they
戦
hear.
い、長きにわたる戦いの
Well,
末、
maybe this is the one
邪竜の封
Kent.
印に成功しました。しかし時が経つにつれ封印の力は弱まり、ついに邪竜復活の兆しが見え始めたのです。
Yeah, JoJo's very JoJo's.
もしも本当に復活してしまったのなら、私たちはもう一度戦わなくてはなりません。邪竜ソンブルと。
And first episode.
Too much dialogue. Like, I'm all for story, but you gotta do a bit of show, don't tell.
Hmm.
Well,
Essentially,
it is Fire Emblem is a lot.
I mean, Fire Emblem got really long after it started, after like the GameCube and
ようこそ神竜王城へ。
what was it
こ
called?
こまで来ればもう安心よ。
I definitely played the Blazing Blade. I'm doing
ここが王城。
side research.
綺麗な場所ですね。
あなたにはお帰りと言わせて、たとえ記憶がなくとも、私はいつかまたここに
Yeah,
あなたを
after
迎
I
え
think
て
the
くる。
Three Houses, the success
お
of
帰
that.
りなさい。
I
I don't know. I think it influenced it in maybe in an
ただいま
unhealthy way.
戻りました。
ありがとう。ダメね。嬉しくて涙が出そうだわ。
ルミエル様。
バンドレ、クラン、フラン。
I appreciate the storytelling in this game because it feels very much like the anime of my childhood.
感謝いたします。
Yeah.
大なきお言葉です。
本当にもったいないお言葉です。嬉しすぎてまたそっとするかも。
褒められてしまった以上、今後も伸び続けるしかありませんね。
それにしても驚いたわ。リトスの地に異形兵が現れるなんて。
異形兵？
あなたたちが草原で戦った敵のことよ。
あの化け物ですか。私は奴らが苦手です。見ると背筋が凍るような感覚が。
そう感じるのは無理もないわ。あれは死した人間が悪しき力で蘇った生ける屍。1000年前の戦争でも邪竜が刺激していた兵たちよ。幾千万もの超実月の間、このエレオス大陸は平和だったのだけれど、1000年前突如として邪悪な存在が現れたの。それが邪竜、名はソンブルよ。奴がどこから来たのかだけはどれだけ調べてもついに手がかりがつかめなかった。けれど戦を仕掛け破壊の限りを尽くす者たる以上、
Yes.
私たち
Well,
の
hello,
敵で
Dragon.
あることに変わりはないわ。
Welcome.
そして異形兵が
Wanted to join
始まってい
earlier,
るの
but
な
had
ら
a meeting.
邪竜が目覚めている可能性がある。
That's it. We're going to fold your penis in half.
あなたが同じ時期に目を覚ましたというのも気になるの。もし
Dirty.
邪竜の封印が解かれてしまったのであれば、私たちは再び戦う覚悟を
Is
し
the
ないと。
volume suddenly too low?
邪竜を相手に戦うだなんて。
No idea.
大丈夫よ。奴はすぐには仕掛けてこないはず。王城には神竜の気が満ちているから、異形兵もやすやすと足を踏み入れられないわ。今のうちに策を講じましょう。紋章師マルス。
ルミエル、久しぶりだね。
宣告は力を貸してくれてありがとう。
僕だけでは何もできなかった。思い出してもらえたおかげだよ。もしかしたら
They really can't do anything
同
without
じように目覚
their
めているかも
wearers.
しれない。
そうね。
他にも紋章師がいるんですか？
あなたに伝えておくことがあるわ。私についてきて。
ここは
指輪の間よ。紋章師の指輪が安置されている部屋。
Yeah, for some reason, most of them are missing.
聖騎士の指輪、剣王の指輪、青き風空の指輪、そして聖王女の指輪、導き手の指輪があるの。マルスの宿る英雄王の指輪と同じように、それぞれ紋章師が宿っているわ。
マルスのような指輪が
Giant
そんなに
spiky crown collar
全
thing.
部で6つもあっただなんて。
いいえ、紋章師の
It's a bit
指輪は
much.
全部で12。残り半分の指輪
Yeah,
は
for some reason, it's attached to her sleeve, shawl.
I don't know. It's one of those
And it-
characters where it looked like they started designing them and never stopped.
12すべての指輪を持つ者に強大な力を与えてくれるの。
You can see how it clips through her shawl and how it and for some reason also moves with her arms. Like that metallic looking thing bends.
1000年前の戦争でも
Ugh.
その力のおかげで邪竜を封印することができた。けれどそれゆえ指輪を求める者も多く現れた。強大な力は持ち主次第で
Oh,
善にも
I
悪
am
にもなり得
thinking
るわ。
of.
だから一箇所に留めずに別々の場所に保管しているんですね。
力が与えられる
It
のは
was definitely
千年
Blazing
の
Blade. It wasn't the very beginning of the game though, but it
今が
was the
ちょうど
beginning
1000
of
年目の時
Elliewood's story.
時が来れば信条が
Marcus the
立って
Paladin, I
巡り
think.
Ah,
王
yes.
たちから愛と信頼を持って
Marcus the
指輪を
God.
託されるのが通例
Yeah.
よ。この儀式は
Lone
も
was
うすぐ
decent,
私が
but
執り行う
Marcus,
は
if
ず
he
だ
uses a
った
sword,
のだ
I'll
けれ
remember
ど
him. Nah, it's a
邪竜の
spear.
指輪を狙っていれば危
Do
険だわ。
paladins ever use swords?
先に紋章師を
Depends on the
敬遠され
game.
てしまうかもしれない。
In that game, yes.
He could, yeah.
紋章
He
師
just,
を
this guy
指
just
輪から
isn't.
呼び出
So
す
yeah, this is the one. I'm thinking of Marcus.
あなたがマルスを呼んだように
100%, yeah. Marcus is just a demon.
竜の血を
He
引く
started out
王
level
族
1,
に
but
し
he
か
just
使えない。
flattened everything.
あなたは間違いなく
I mean, Elliewood was great too. Like, the other characters are great, but Marcus was just,
頭の中に呪文が浮かんだんです。
it was no
呪
joke.
文
The balance in Blazing Blade was really good. Like, Lynn, she didn't have a single babysitter character, she had two with not Cain and Abel,
そうした
Kent
ら
and Sane.
マルスが助けに来
But
てく
that
れたんで
worked,
す。
because neither of them were, I mean, they were good, but they weren't, like, super powerful.
Hmm.
その時
The
あなたは何を
that game was designed to be Baby's first Fire Emblem
助けたいと。
as it was imported into
私を守りたいと。
America.
そう思った
Well,
んで
yeah, it was my first.
皆のためを思った
Yeah.
I think, actually, come to think of it, I think that's why I played it. I was like, where should I start? And you're like, well,
その気持ちを忘れない
difficulty-wise, you should play this one.
決して
Yeah.
奪うためではない
It's
守るためにその力を借りたいのだと
most people's first Fire Emblem game in America,
実践の鍛錬をし
and
ま
it's
しょう
also one of the most easiest
神竜の
Fire
王
Emblem
族とし
games.
てやるべきことはたくさんあるわ
Just because you can still beat the game even if you have 0 growths.
Yeah, the
Well-
こ
characters
こな
are
ら存分に
pretty
鍛錬がで
powerful.
きそう
Level
ね
1, especially like Marcus.
紋章
It's
師の力が
mainly because
戦うのはあなた自身
that game
その身と心が強くならないと紋章師の
punishes
力を
low
発揮できない
accuracy and rewards high evasion.
バンレ
Like,
クランフラン
dang.
あなたたちはこの子を助けてあげて
Yeah.
Like,
模擬戦といえどルミエル様に刃を向けるなど
most things
But I mean,
can't actually hit you in that game.
倒れるのはそち
Yeah,
ら
I'm
の方
looking at another thing. Marcus is 100% who I was thinking of.
Alright.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the main characters. Elliewood is a duelist, and Lynn is a Myrmidon style character. They're both high evasion characters.
But that said, Lynn is one of the weakest characters in that
も
game.
ちろん本物ではないわ
Yeah, but her evasion's
訓
really
練用
high.
に作ったものの
Well, high
材
enough.
料は植物や岩だけれど性能は互角
Yeah,
油
Marcus.
断したら
Marcus the
怪我では
god.
済まないわ
偽物でも
That's why you're like, Vaden sucks. I'm like, but paladins have always been
他の
good.
訓練方法はないのでしょうか
But no,
ダメ
Vaden sucks.
戦場では誰も待ってくれないの
Well,
どんな敵
comparatively
でも
sucks.
立ち向かわないといけないわ
Hmm.
どうか逃げないで
Like, he's
あな
usable.
たは私の
It's not worth the investment.
皆を守る神竜なのよ
わかりました
大丈夫ですよ神竜様私たちがガッツリ
His
サポ
whole
ートし
twin
ますの
thing.
で
Why is it so popular?
はい
What?
クランの言う通りです
Like the female, male, white-haired twin. I mean, that's Alphino and Alize. There's no
竜
two
様
ways
と戦う
about
のは
it.
気が進みませんご命令であれば
I think even the colors are the same.
このバンドで
Of
必
their
ず
clothes.
あなた様に勝利
みんな
Like, Alphino always trended towards blues and greens, whereas Alize typically wore reds.
かかっていらっしゃい
It just means you have to write twice as much dialogue.
Hmm. Alright, here is the first large-scale battle tutorial.
射程の長い武器を持つ敵がおりますな
Whereas the
It's like a large-scale battle, a special type of battle, or are you just talking about just a bigger battle?
just a bigger battle. Like the previous two maps were 1v1s essentially. 1v1 and then 1v many, and now it's many versus many, which is the standard of this game. This map is supposed to teach you about like ganging up on things to defeat opponents.
Are terrain types still a thing like they used to be? Like, oh, you dodge more if you're in a
Yep.
forest. Da-da-da.
Top left on the map, I'm in a thicket, so I have plus 30% avoid. Ground has nothing. Yeah, thickets, stairs. Nothing else in this map has any special effects on it.
Wait, you're fighting the queen?
Oh yeah, because she's teaching you how to fight.
Oh, okay.
Your objective is to beat her up.
Yeah, I wasn't paying 100% attention because I was looking for the paladin. I was thinking.
And these guys
I
here,
was gonna say.
they're summons.
Oh.
They're
Again, they look cooler than the main character.
yeah.
Like shit, I wish I had an armor set like that in Final Fantasy.
Oop. Keep messing up.
Yeah, it's just this is one of the stranger main characters.
Got an archer here.
Classic, yeah. Again, a little over-designed, a lot of straps and stuff, but I mean, it's not too busy.
Alright. Let's introduce our two new characters. First is Fram. She
Martial
is
monk.
a martial monk. In this game, they split off from all the common archetypes. I mean, like class types, and they added things like Key Adept, Cavalry,
I mean,
Dragon.
Cavalry was already a thing. Cavalry was already a thing.
Mystical. And each of these things have effects. Like mystical characters. They ignore void bonuses from terrain when attacking with magic.
So that's
So-
not something innate to the mage, that is something...
Innate to classes designated as mystical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And unfortunately he's like, the only dragon. So
Of course he is.
this
He has to be
is
special.
this is kind of moot. All it does is it gives you additional effects when engaged with emblems. Essentially, it you get everything. Like usually when another class equips an emblem, like for example, if I don't know, if a mage equips a Marth, then Lodestar Rush would say deals damage based on magic instead of strength.
But because he's a dragon, he gets +2 attacks.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, to be fair, in general, the older Fire Emblem games, the main characters typically were classified as like Lord or something, which I think was unique to them.
Yeah. Key Adepts. Key Adepts are. I love the concept of Key Adepts, and I love the concept of martial arts.
But
But
it fucks with the trifecta.
They were done. I remember Crit telling me about this. It's dumb.
It's dumb. So martial arts is based off the average of your strength and magic divided by... Yeah. So it's strength plus magic divided by 2.
Flavor-wise, that makes sense. Because, you know, key punches and stuff like that, so it's like, okay.
Nah, flavor-wise, it should have been straight magic. Why? Because this is a magic class.
What? It's not... Wait, you don't just punch them?
You do punch them. Like, they should have been... Their attack should have been based on magic. Pure magic. They should be like a melee magic class. That would have been awesome. Like, it makes sense because they're...
isn't it?
Like, they're not, though. Well... This is the base class of a healer. Martial Monk is the base class of a healer.
What?
They are the clerics of the other Fire Emblem games. Now think of all of your the clerics you've ever played with in the other Fire Emblem games, and then say, all right, your damage is now based off half of your strength stat. What strength stat?
Plus the thing, yeah, their strength doesn't. So I take it their strength doesn't obviously scale properly with it.
Like this class has 0 strength growth. This martial monk class has 0 bonus to strength growth, 0 or 10, but either way it's negligible. All right, but they have like 20% magic growth, or 20 or 30. It's been a while.
So
right.
And it requires both of them.
But you need both to use martial arts.
Both of them to do damage. Yeah, like.
Right.
They come up with, it's a cool concept. I agree with Crit on this. It is a very cool concept, but the implementation is stupid.
Well, I can tell you exactly why. I would put money on this. You know, I don't say that often. I can tell you exactly why they probably did this. So again, this is one of the games, and Crit and I were talking about it earlier. It really has new audience pasted all over it. Like, oh, what did they like from the last games? Oh, the waifus, oh this, oh that, and they just kind of threw it in there. So I guarantee, knowing that this is the base class of a healer, Dracon, did you play any of the old Fire Emblem games?
I played the majority of them starting from... Oh, which one was it? GameCube, and it had Titania as the paladin, the long red-handed braid one.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're familiar enough. So, gentlemen, if we were to think in the mind of a player new to the game but not new to JRPGs, what complaint would you level towards the healers in Fire Emblem? They don't have
very limited. Yeah, the no attack. Unless you equip them with a very specific staff, and even then, I think those were a more recent introduction.
Mm-hmm. And I think there was a couple games that had like a rare staff that, even then, the damage was negligible. So, does this look like a half-assed solution to that? Well, the players are complaining that the healers can't attack. Here you go.
So, in the advanced class of a cleric in other Fire Emblems is High Priest. I don't
want to acknowledge that.
Well,
you know I'm right.
There was 2 branches: High Priest and Sage. Originally, it was Sage, and becoming a Sage means you gain access to tomes, which is
the light tomes. Yeah.
No, like originally it was the just tomes. Fire magic, wind magic, lightning magic.
Oh, that's right. You were able to use stabs and tomes.
Yeah, and mages also class change in the Sage, and they would gain access to staves.
Yeah, you can approach it from either side.
And honestly, Sages class change from mages made better healers because since they were a combat class, they had higher magic growths, which means more healing.
But my point is, yeah, no, Sages were a great class. I think the pure healer got like high stabs or whatever the hell, something like that. But the point is, the base healer, the cleric, didn't have any offensive capability whatsoever.
Yeah.
To level them, you had to wait for someone to get hurt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
which
is
was
what
a
these
massive
monks.
problem if you were needing to level them up.
Yeah,
Because
they can only
if you
they can only level by healing.
Yeah. Well, the best best way to heal was? Let someone get poisoned. And don't cure it. Just heal them every turn with the most basic heal.
Yeah. That's the same.
Yeah. But
Like-
now, this key monk has an attack where they can get experience. Is it poorly implemented? Yes, but I guarantee that's why it was implemented.
Alright.
We need a way to make the clerics level.
Alright.
Make them punch things.
Well, enough shitting on this class, but I do love the aesthetic of the martial arts in this game. Like, look at this like powerful pose. Like
Yeah,
she
no,
looks,
it's a super cool concept.
she looks like she's ready to give you the opportunity to floss your teeth with your nuts. Right? Very awesome. Later down the line, like, martial arts got some like utilities to them. Like, there's one of them called Steel Body something, which raises your defense by 10. I usually just have it equipped just to make her tankier. Right? Defense plus 10 is no joke. But
How did Fire Emblem screw up the monks?
well, now. That said, this class changes into Martial Master and High Priest.
Is Martial Master any good?
Martial Master, on her, balances her strength. Martial Master adds 30% strength growth, and on
While we're
her,
talking about this, keep doing your battle.
yeah, on her, it makes it so that her strength and magic grows evenly. But
Okay.
that's 10 levels too late.
Yeah,
Her
that's
magic
sick.
stat is higher than her strength stat. And they get like A rank staff use. Then High Priests, they get access to tomes, up to B rank tomes, which is okay. They get access to A rank martial arts, which is okay. And then they get access to S rank staffs, which is great. Because she has staff mastery, like as an innate stat. If she changes to Martial Master, she'll have S rank staffs, so it doesn't matter. That said, a High Priest stops being a Key Adept and becomes a Mystic.
Chain.
And that's when High Priest becomes useless. Key Adept has an ability called Chain Guard, which, when they use it, they can completely negate one attack from going towards an ally next to you in exchange for 10% of your health.
Huh.
And that,
So you don't like take the actual attack, you just take a.
yeah, you just lose flat damage, flat percent from your health, and that makes her awesome.
She can heal herself.
Yeah, because she can heal herself. Like, she can heal herself passively, or the class ability of Martial Monk is that she can distribute heals that hit her to everyone around her. And if you have a way of healing yourself, then she just splash heals everyone around her. Which is absolutely great. That said, if you want to change her out of Martial Master, she makes a decent mage.
We'll make a girl punch things.
But her passive, Crimson Cheer, gives the main character plus 10 avoid when she's standing next to him.
Always the main character.
These three all buff Alir when they're next to him.
So it wasn't enough to have one character dedicated to him. He has 3.
He gives the main character plus 10 hit.
That's so stupid.
Plus 10 hit is not as good as avoid.
No, I mean in general, just
Yeah.
Like, why even have characters? Just give the main character a bunch of equipment at that point.
And then here's Clan, who is...
He's a mage.
He is like one of the most hated characters, starter characters. Like second to Vander. When they find out they can never use Vander because he's garbage. The reason why? Because he's a physical. Because his growths are physical based. He is not a mage. Let that sink in for a moment. He has a base 30% strength growth, the same as the main character. Except the main character is in a physical class, which boosts his physical growth rate to 50%. He has a 10% magic growth rate.
Is Fire Emblem Engage just a bastard child of the series?
Like I changed him into a Great Knight. I class changed him into a Great Knight. And you know what happened?
What?
I got a fantastic physical tank.
You know,
I was fighting the urge to, when you asked any idea why the community hates this character so much. I'm like, he's a trap.
He's a trap. I mean, he's a guy, but he's a trap.
I was right, just not thinking the right kind of trap.
Yeah, he is an EXP trap. Like he is a mage class, right? And people who play this game, play Fire Emblem, knows mages are great because they bypass defense, which is usually the highest defense stats on most characters. Like this guy has 2 res, 2 resistance, 4 resistance versus 7 defense.
Yeah.
6 defense and 3 resistance. Like he's supposed to do a lot of damage, but his magic will not grow until he's level 10. He'll probably increase 1 or 2 points by level 10, and his strength will be at 5.
Wait, OverCrit, I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on again.
All right.
Again, I'm thinking of from a game dev that doesn't really give a crap. Because you notice, you have 4 characters, right?
Yeah.
3 of them are useless.
Yeah.
If that isn't a Mary Sue situation, I don't know what is. Their only use is to buff your main character. So already, that's the problem. Because clearly, whoever wrote this, whoever did this, they wanted that main character to be the best thing ever. Okay, whatever. On top of that, once again, what complaint would you level at mages? Oh, they do a lot of damage, but they're so frail. Well, let's give this mage physical growth so he survives.
Fucking Jesus. I hate that.
I hate it too. This really is the bastard child of the series, Crit. This is 100% the bastard child. This is Sword Art Online Fire Emblem Edition.
Huh?
I don't know. Even Sword Art Online wasn't that bad.
It was bad in the sense that Kirito was insufferable. At least this main character has an okay personality.
See, if anything, before learning some of this, my biggest gripe about this title was...
the hair.
Crit showed me his team with where he was at the time. And I could not bring myself to actually care about the actual gameplay or any mechanics or anything because I was too busy bitching about about every single character's appearance. The protagonist
Oh, yeah.
体勢が崩れた時は
We've been over
Their
that already.
hair drives me up the
そ
wall.
こを狙ってとどめを刺してい
There's
る
some princess of the desert woman
You didn't like her. I think
literally,
it's not so
who
bad.
literally just walks around looking like she's asking people to juggle her.
Yeah. But that's white bait.
Some flying mount rider wearing some kind of hat that acts as a veil and is somehow attached to the very side of her head. Like, I was looking at all of these characters, the vast majority of them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was only like 2 characters that I said looked okay. And I don't think I even said even once that a character was actually cool.
I mean, Fram and her brother look okay.
I mean, that's all this title accomplishes is okay.
I mean, if we're being fair, earlier Fire Emblems, the characters, yeah, they had a great one every now and then, but mostly they were just people.
I mean, and if they were people, that would be perfectly fine. Instead, this title, in my personal opinion,
it's over-designed.
You're an army of circus performers.
Yeah, it's over-designed.
You look like you're doing some kind of weird circus fashion show. Over-designed. I would agree with that. Oops.
Back in the day, they'd have like one defining character. You'd like see their head, or they'd have a special helmet or something like that.
Yeah, but like, I cannot, for the life of me, bring myself to like almost any of the characters in this game. The only one that I came halfway caring about is a damn character who gets thrown into every goddamn Fire Emblem. Basically, Anna. She is quite literally Fire Emblem Sid from Final Fantasy. She's in every single title.
Oh my
Her and
god!
Marth.
And she is the best. She is the best character in this game.
The thing is, there was some elaborate design in like Awakening. Like I love Tharsha, but you know her design suited her, and it wasn't too much.
Yeah,
It was like,
the character
here's
design
Julie.
in this is over the top, and in many ways, in the most like gaudy way possible.
It's very garish. Like he's fine. He's a little much with the spikes on his pauldrons, but like
His
passable.
horse bothers me.
But I mean,
I just now looked at his horse. I'm like, what is that Barney?
it's very the colors are very flat in a lot of this. I think that's part of the problem too.
33代目の実力です
Very flat and or very clashing.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
the main character's hair. Okay, now that I'm getting a better look, I guess it's the head portion of the horse. Like everything
and the
else
mohawks
looks
a little.
fine. Yeah, the head makes it look like he's trying to ride a Power Rangers mount.
Yeah, it's a little much, and the end it's a little angular. It's not too bad though. Yeah, it's
not
too
bad.
much.
The rest of it is perfectly fine. I don't know if I care much for the color scheme, but the color scheme is not bad.
That
that
blue's a little
head
I love that what was that the chest armor there. The brigandine.
He looks fine.
Yeah,
Get rid of the gold
his
spike.
chest piece looks fantastic. The pauldrons are straight up awful, and it's more than just the spikes. The pauldrons literally don't even look like they're actually attached. They're just floating there.
Okay, yeah. I think they actually are.
Like with him, all of a sudden it looks like they tried designing
Yeah, they're not
him
attached.
off
You
of,
can see the top of his shoulder.
Yeah, like with him, do you know what he is? He is Fire Emblem trying to mimic the Titans from Destiny.
And it really is a tragedy because the writing is fine.
I heard the story is good. It's I honestly have heard the story is good.
Just whoever was in charge of the character design and game balance needs to be, needs to be reevaluated.
Yeah. I think I would be able to play this game happily if I could do so blindfolded.
僕ですね。
Nah, not really. I mean, there's still little niggles. Like, it really does feel with the main character you're playing someone's OC.
Yeah.
Like, even visual design aside, I mean, again, the other 3 characters in your party all have buffs specifically for your OC.
Yeah.
Even in Awakening, where you could marry whoever you wanted, they only gave you specific buffs if they were your spouse.
True. And honestly, I think that was the best way to go about it, because it made that it made that character more important to your character. Not just, yeah, I married this person so I could pop out a specific kid.
Hey, some people did.
I definitely did that.
I mean, yeah, we know you did.
But in general, it meant you had to build a bond. You weren't just great because you were great.
Correct, yes.
And in fact, the base class of the strategist was not very good. I mean, it's fine. But really, the most bang out of your butt was when you changed a bunch of classes. Like, ultimately, I ended on Dragon Rider, but before that, I went through Bandit and Berserker. So I had like 90 health, my evasion rate was so high nothing ever hit me, and I one-shot everything with a crit.
Yeah.
And then I married Tharja, who was insane, like, I swear, I don't know if my game glitched or something, but it was like she had 100% deflect rate when we were attacked.
And this. What is this? Her dress.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
His wings?
It's too much! And it's not too much in like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, sure there's some elaborate designs, but it has this grand scale. And even then they're not that, I mean, some of the weapons are super fancy, but it's one of the most notable things about the character, and that's for fun.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you can dumb it down to a simpler looking weapon through Glimers.
Yeah.
And to be fair, most of the like super fancy crazy ones are really just cosmetics, because by the time you're able to achieve them through the raids, you have something better. So you're specifically getting that for the cosmetic. This, you're stuck with Colgate.
Actually, speaking of Final Fantasy, Dawn Trail releases next Tuesday.
Hear enough money.
Yeah.
Oh, I have so
I don't either. In fact, I have a sneaking suspicion Raindrop's gonna end up buying it for me.
Probably.
Because she likes spoiling me, and I love her.
It's almost like
I
you're good
absolutely love her.
Me too.
I need to finish Shadowbringers anyways, so...
let's go back to regular combo before Crit starts calling me a normie with disdain in his voice, dripping with venom.
I mean, you're not a normie, you're in a polyamorous relationship.
I mean, to Crit, I might as well be a normie.
No, I'm the normie. I could only be more normie if I had kids. Although I like VTubers, so that automatically thrusts me out of Normieville.
I don't think that counts.
I don't think that counts. Normie, the derogatory term of normie is someone who's in a relationship and is happy.
At least my standards. He's like, you
by anime standards. I'm sorry, Crit just personally thinks, whether he realizes it or not, that he's the main protagonist of some slapstick comedy series.
God damn.
I mean, he is.
I'm always someone's wingman.
Speaking of romance anime, Nagatoro's gonna be finishing in a few chapters. Couple chapters, actually.
Oh, the manga?
I respect them for being like, yeah, we have a story that is done.
I know that Nagatoro definitely raised a lot of concerns, and I did watch the first season. I can definitely see where all the concerns were. I agree with them. Was it a fun story? Absolutely. But if you were to take that situation into real life, that situation raises a lot of alarm bells.
The thing is, not as much as, well, I read the manga, which people are like, oh, she's so much more sadistic in the manga. All she does is, like, verbally tease him a little bit. She never actually, like, does anything to him. Not once. She does not abuse him. She just sort of passive-aggressively tries to get him to break out of his shell.
Wait, why is a rapier effective against Cal?
Armor, I guess.
I mean, a rapier was good for getting in between the plates of, like,
It was sturdy enough you could
foot
punch her through.
soldiers. But a horse?
They do good damage to mounted and armor units.
Yeah. Eh.
Why mounted?
Yeah, no.
I don't know. But it's always been like that.
Thinking about Nagatoro, I have seen far worse tsunderes in anime. I don't know why they particularly decided on this one.
It got popular.
Like Toradora, she physically assaults the man. She like.
This is true, but I don't think.
I mean, for most of
I
it,
think Toradora came out during a time when people, the community or the population, not even community, but the population at large was not paying anywhere near as much attention to anime. Where now anime is such a massive part, or has a very large part in American culture now, that it has become far more prominent for people who, even if they don't watch anime, to actually pay attention.
Well, and I think we can blame a lot of things on, like, because I've seen it in other arguments where, like, oh, this character's problematic. Yes, a person has to have problems to grow out of them.
This is true. This is
yes, Yoda.
It's like, how do you not know 2 chapters from now that he's not going to be chastised for it? Fucking chill your shit out. Not you. Not you specifically, in general. Yes. People are like, oh, this character, he's bad. Yes, he's supposed to be. Ugh. Like, the worst she does is call Senpai gross. If that constitutes severe bullying, people need to fucking check themselves.
I mean, it's not the words she used, it's how she used them, I think.
As a victim of bullying, constantly when I was young, it's nothing. It is the most weak sauce shit I have ever seen. Is it healthy? No, but it's also not treated as healthy until it's contextualized later. And she admits, well, I won't spoil anything.
Alright.
Yeah, no, if that's what they're getting in their panties and a knot's over, my god, they will never survive reality. And I'm not one of those, like, people are snowflakes, but my god.
So back to the game. We could go on that topic for hours, but that is not the topic thereof of the stream.
No.
Though we could go on for hours, but
yeah.
I think I think one of the issues that I had, Nick, you actually started off with the topic, is those characters are literally there to buff the main character, and that literally just, like, I can tell just from how Crit is moving his troops around, like their sole purpose is just to be a tumor to the main character half the damn time.
He has the best
Because if you don't, then
見ていてくれましたか
like you basically increase the danger to your main character, and if your main character goes down, you lose.
I mean, the same was true in other Fire Emblems, but they
not the part where you literally have to attach people like a cancerous growth just for specific buffs, because you have to have 3 people on him at all times.
Well, and even more than that, Dracon, like we were talking about earlier, it's not worth growing the other 3. They have terrible growths. Whereas in the other games, like in Blazing Blade, for example, the characters with Lyn have just as much, maybe not as much potential as, actually, Crib was saying she's one of the worst. But like Eliwood's a really, really good character. But you also have like Marcus with him, who, if you level him up and invest in him, is a literal god on the field.
Yeah, it feels like they're only. To me, it feels like
it's someone's OC, man.
their only real value is to power level the main character.
Yeah, this is someone's OC. This is someone's Fire Emblem fanfic. Is really what Engage is.
Okay, we're about to hit the Lumeria jump scare. So, at this point of this map, we have 2 horsemen that we have to deal with. 2 cavalries, and they have a lot of movement, as shown with this purple area. That's their like danger zone. And there happens to be
the range they can attack at.
Yeah.
Like, does the purple include range plus the reach of their attack?
Yes.
Okay.
And this red here is because I highlighted Lumeria as a like a special target, so that her attack range appears a different color.
Oh, you know what? That's a really cool feature.
Yeah, it helps me identify the danger zones and the fucking danger zones.
Yeah, no, other games have that where if you select a character, the reason I bring it up is some games would be like, here's their movement range, and then you need to figure out their range.
Yeah.
But like, being able to see the enemy's danger zone and then specify a specific enemy for that, that's really cool, actually.
Yeah. And so, the Lumeria jump scare is, well, because you want to take advantage of avoid tiles, right? And because you want to raise your main character, you want to put them in one of these thickets here, either this one or that one, which is outside of her visible range, but within range of one of these guys. So after you take a hit, you would transform so you can use your rapier, and then one-shot these fools. Or, you know, just transform and sit on there anyways, and then one-shot them on the crackback. But and so you would what's it called? Line everybody up, you know, in formation to support that. Right? You would maybe put your Elir in that spot so you can get to this thicket. Maybe put her here so she can give Elir some extra avoid, and then you can set this up, right?
Yeah.
But here's the jump scare. When she engages, she gets +6 movement.
I'm sorry, what? Oh my god!
She can fly.
And that is a night killer she has in her hand.
Oh, they kept that weapon around?
That's, yeah.
Do you remember what a night killer is, Dracon?
Yeah.
Sword that's good against armor.
Spear that's designed to kill armored units, yeah.
I thought it was a sword.
No,
Was it?
no, it's a spear. Well, in this game, it's called Rider's Bane, but it was originally called Night Killer. It looked like a jousting lance, which is exactly how it looks like here.
Yeah.
So the reason why it's a jump scare is because once you get within her +6 movement range, she comes out here and just tags Vander The reason why she tags normally all the enemies in this game are in this map are tuned to target Alear primarily, but she, however, is tuned normally so that she'll target who she can deal the most damage to or most effective damage to. Because she has the Rider's Bane, she will come up and slap Vander in the face. And most people, when they and veterans of this game who play would be like, "Oh crap, that's a Rider's Bane. He's getting hit." Because he's a knight. But Vander is tuned to take one hit from a Rider's Bane from Lumeria.
The game plays itself for you.
Yeah.
I remember early Fire Emblem. Besides, like, the very first fights, you could lose early fights very easily.
Yeah.
Exceedingly easy.
Well, usually they'd make at least one escort mission early on, so it's like, oh, I can't just turtle up, crap.
And Alear is tuned to be able to one-shot these horse people with his rapier.
Of course. Because he's just so great.
And Lumeria can only do 14 damage to Alear. Which is not superb. She has a 40% chance to hit.
Don't you know? It's just because he's so great.
Alright. As long as I don't miss two coin flips, then I won't have a game over.
By the way, she can only do that much damage to him on the hardest difficulty right now. He was playing on Madden.
This is the hardest difficulty. Oh, I just got 15 avoid passive from. Never mind, I did not.
That great.
I did not. I have to unlock it first. Yeah, that tricked me out. Let's see what to do with Vander. I will have to.
I was gonna say heal him first.
Put Vander
Just
here.
bring Alear to every battle. You only need Alear.
Put Vander
Sell
here.
the rest of them to him.
Heal him up. Well, I actually didn't have to heal him. I could just use Chain Guard and just pretend. Let's put. Oh my god. Alright, let's put him here. Oh. Alright.
You know what it is? I would say that this Fire Emblem was probably focus grouped too hard. Imagine if like Dracon. Souls-like aren't your thing. They're too hard, you don't enjoy them, which is perfectly fine.
Oh shit, I lost. Oh no. Okay, that's good.
For Dracon, you're also well aware that they're not your cup of tea. It's like certain games aren't my cup of tea. You know, I enjoy RTSs, but I'm not very good at them. That's allowed to exist. That's allowed. Now imagine if the Dark Souls critics, because there are people who like Dark Souls like me, I enjoy the headbutting. But if they, for example, if they focus grouped to you, and then no offense meant by this, it would diminish the experience that we have all come to enjoy from that game. And it feels like that's what they did with Fire Emblem. They're like, what do the normies want? More waifus, make the healer attack. Make the main character.
What does the normies want? More waifus.
Give them colorful hair.
Crap, I lost the coin
No,
flip.
not the colorful now.
I lost both coin flips.
That's maddening for.
That is maddening.
It's XCOM, baby. 95% chance to hit, and you miss so bad that suddenly half your squad gets wiped. %40 chance to lose. Oh my god. That's another. Alright, I won the coin flip. Oh my gosh, that was dumb. Alright, let's finish her off. Let's have this map.
I don't know. The Fire Emblem should have just stuck to what made it good.
あなたたちの勝ちよ。
What was with the Power Rangers dice em up?
The what?
The Power Rangers dice em up. I just flashed 100 slashes on you, and you're still talking.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you hit them with a sword 100 times. It's not like you're in Dragon Ball where Vegeta just punched you like a punching bag 100 times, where you're gasping and talking still. You got cut, bitch.
He's just that good.
Oh my god. I was a coin flip away from having to start this game over, this map over.
I take it those are siblings.
Yeah, that's why I called them Alphino and Adelaide.
I wasn't at my computer when I heard that part of the conversation.
Yeah, this whole thing reeks of design by committee.
The worst sword in the game.
So, and it gets a cutscene.
He's gotta have a special sword, but we can't make it too overpowered. Is what this reeks of. Oh god. Does it at least have a transformation later that makes it cool?
I haven't played that far.
Oh, okay.
And here's a ring in a game about rings. How do you wear that?
You don't. Say maybe a chain around your neck.
Apparently that ring becomes important to the plot at endgame. But that's like 25 chapters away. Good luck remembering that.
Like it doesn't get talked about at all until then?
Yep. Take that ring and shove it. I ain't wearing that.
記憶を取り戻した時の私にいつか全てを思い出した時もう一度渡してください全てを思い出した時
Like, isn't it weird how she just pauses on that?
私と戦ってみて何か思い出したことはある
ごめんなさい
Just
いいの謝らなくていい
almost as if she doesn't want you to remember.
それでも
Bitch, I've been dosing your food with a drug that will lock your memories away.
For 1,000 years.
Nothing so fancy, she's just been clubbing you daily. Oh, I think I remember. No, you don't.
Wait, 1,000 years?
Yep, you were asleep for 1,000
Just
years.
that cool. Apparently you're the god of some religion.
Well, technically, she's the god, and you're the god's child.
すっかり困らせちゃったわね今日はもう休みましょうか起きたらまたゆっくりお話ししましょうね約束
She's barely a day over 1,800 years old. Adding 2 zeros to your age doesn't make it better.
Well, like this guy did it, but they did it for laughs.
Yeah, they did that. They did do that for laughs, and it was a laugh.
Helldivers 2 director. Again, he said something.
Please
based.
rest easy for today.
It's funny. This is
You
actually.
fought magnificently for it. Going forward, I will continue alongside you as your knight. No, you won't.
So you know the
Oh, the
DLC
mighty
for.
one looks so amazing. I swear I'm gonna get stronger. I was helping you at least a little. I'm going to keep being helpful to you, the right one.
So the Elden Ring DLC has been getting a lot of flack for being too hard, which, you know, is the point of a Souls game. And so, but Elden Ring brought along a lot of casual fans into the series because, you know, the open world, da-da-da-da-da. So the Helldivers 2 director chimed in, and he's like, yeah, it's like, it should stay that way. A game for everyone is a game for no one. That's what this game feels like. They tried to pander to everybody. And it's just... yeah, a game for everyone is a game for no one. Do you know what happens when you try to include every flavor in food? It just tastes like homogeneous mass.
You know what happens when you try to add every color to a palette? Get brown.
Yeah, well, technically...
But then it comes out black.
Yes.
Eventually.
If you were to add it in completely equal amounts, yes, it does form black. If you add every color of light, it turns white. That's when people get confused. Like, every color is white. It's like, no, every pigment is black. Every... there's a specific term for... Maybe it is pigment for light.
Photon?
There's specific terms for the individual things. But yeah, it's yeah. Like, that's why with like certain games, people are like, oh, this is the best of all time. I'm like, no. And people are like, you're too critical. I'm like, you're allowed to enjoy it. But there's a difference between enjoying something and saying it's the best of something ever.
Okay, so in terms of story, I have a question.
Yes.
Vander and the Three Stooges.
Yep. Wait, does that include Alir?
No, the other two.
No, the people who specifically are there to give Alir a fucking bonus.
Okay.
Alir's equipment.
Alright. Vander is included in the Three Stooges.
Yes.
I mean, with that hair, yes. So, Alir's compatriots.
Alir and his merry band of fools.
Who are they? So, he's the son of a goddess. Are they just
housekeepers?
Regular humans?
They are regular humans. They are housekeepers. There are glorified housekeepers.
What the hell does a goddess need a housekeeper for?
To protect your sleeping ass for 1,000 years. In a temple that flies in the floating sky. Look, another dream.
Okay, I like that outfit.
It's me, Bad Ash, and you're Good Ash. You're goody little two shoes.
God, Nev, I never wanted to be bad so much in my life. Because, the good version, I hate that weird bow tie thing. Like, it's not even a bow tie, it's like that he took a scarf around his neck and tied a knot.
One of the themes of Fire Emblem is that blue represents good, red represents bad. The main character, Marth, was an all-blue palette. And the Alir in the dream was all red. And this Alir is half red, half blue. Coincidence? You also notice Numeria was all blue as well.
That sudden moment when I realized you're just Jedi and Sith. And apparently your character's supposed to be a fucking great Jedi. Off topic, but It looks like Power World's content update is already out.
Yep. Large new area apparently.
Off top, related to Power World, Azure Promilia is a Genshin Power World clone.
Of course.
Oh, what? Wait, what was the title?
Azure Promilia, made by the same company, same developers who made Azure Lane.
Oh god.
Just gonna be another flash in the pan.
I'm not doing it. I won't do it. I lost all my collection when I lost my access to my account on Azure Lane. No, never again. No, no more. I miss you, New Jersey.
Terrible state. Cool ship.
She was fantastic. I loved her.
Pegasus Knights.
Yeah.
Outside of the random need to put a horn on the Pegasus head, looks good. This looks good.
Yeah,
This-
the randoms look way better. It's because of that over fucking design. Well, he's still a little over designed, but not as bad.
Look, he's got armor in the right places. Like he's got gladiator armor, where his the side facing his enemy is the most armored part of him,
Yeah, his leading side, yeah.
and the side that isn't.
Nah.
His gut could use a little more plating.
Yeah, the plating is on the wrong side of his gut for some reason.
I think that's leather.
I think it's because of the stance that he takes. It leaves that portion of him wide open. So if like the enemy sidesteps him, that's his most vulnerable point that they'll go after.
I see.
Yeah. And it's probably reinforced leather at the very least in the middle there.
I mean, yeah, he does have that leather armor going up his side, under his shirt.
Like, I cannot complain about this look. Save maybe some of the color palette, but whatever, he's a schmuck.
Hey, we'll take W's where we can.
Yeah.
Then the archer's got the side pointing towards the enemy armored as well.
I mean, once again, that's how it used to be, is like...
The guards.
The characters basically share the same sprite as the enemies, but they had a unique head.
And then the armored knights.
The armored knights always had an overdone shield. Like, no one is carrying that shield like that.
Especially
the fact
not like
it
that.
Literally has that arm strap set up. That's the only way to fucking carry that damn thing, other than dragging it. Because that thing is
Like,
literally.
I could appreciate the spot she's holding that shield with if the bottom of the shield had a spike that she could mount onto the ground, and she would hold it up like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the original armored knights just had that chunky armor suit. They wanted to kind of minimize the armor suit, so they gave him a big fuck-off shield. Okay, I can accept this.
Now, the rest of her outfit, honestly, the shin part is a little weird. I think. I think it's too.
It's properly.
Excuse me.
It's properly bent so that if she stands straight, they'll lock together.
Yeah. The pauldrons look good. The neck guard, excellent. The actual chest piece looks like it is well designed enough in a way that it would actually help deflect arrows and blades and so forth. Let's take a look at her back. The forearm guards. No.
We'll forgive them for a little bit.
The bell opening at the hand and at the elbow, those are just major weak points. You just left it. The back, layered defense, excellent. That that looks good, other than her hair clipping through it. But I'll take.
We'll take our
But no,
take our beads somewhere.
The major problem I have with it is her hips. Her hips are exposed.
It's just the way it's clipping.
No, it's like behind her and in the behind her, her hips are exposed, her butt is exposed. From the front, her inner thighs are exposed. Like that design, like insinuates that someone's out to make it to where she'll never have children. The forearm guards, they're not gauntlets, because if I remember correctly, gauntlets are all one piece for hand and forearm.
Yeah, that's just a plated glove.
Bracer.
Those are bracers.
The bracer I do not like because of what I stated earlier. However, the rest of it, fantastic.
Oh.
I even like the metal pieces on the gloves. I think that's a cool look. I think it looks functional.
You know what? Compared to everything else, I'll forgive the hips and thighs, because this looks feasible. It doesn't look like a mess.
The advanced class of this armor knight, the general, I hate the gauntlets. Oh my god, do I hate how the gauntlets look. They look like miniature shields. I mean, like not shields, but they look like miniature shields if she put up a boxing stance. Otherwise, those things.
I guess I would have to see it for myself.
Those things would flare up to her pauldrons, shoulders. It's like, fuck.
Okay.
Right.
The mental image I'm getting, yeah, I can agree that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Alright. Before I move away from this boss, she comes with a mechanic added to the maddening challenge mode to prevent her from being trivial. Veteran Plus prevents her from being broken. Added to all boss characters. So she can't take extra damage from armor slayers, for example.
Why?
Which makes her very, very tough to beat with weapons, because she has 14 defense.
Yeah.
That said, armor units have a special effect ability where even in this game, if you have weapon triangle advantage, you disarm your opponent when you hit them. So they can't counterattack for that combat and the next one until they pick their weapon back up.
Holy shit.
And armor knights are these armor knights are the only class in this game that are tagged armored. So they are one of the most reliable tanks in this game until chapter 15. At which point enemies that use magic start to become prevalent, and these guys fold to magic damage like a wet noodle. Even her, she's level 7, and she has 2 resistance and 14 defense. Even if you pump, like in the next chapter, we will get our first armor knight ally, and his resistance stat is capped at 15-ish, which is unfortunately not enough. Since in like chapter 15 areas, you start coming across enemies with like 10 to 15 like magic power, like magic stat, with like tomes that give like plus 10 magic damage, so 25 magic damage. And because they'll definitely be faster than some guy with 1 speed, they'll be hitting twice for 50 damage, subtract minus, and then that's 50 damage minus, I don't know, if you maxed out his resistance stat, it'd be like 20 damage. Just chunked. And
Remind me that I have a really cool idea for you after stream. I don't want to say it now.
And then...
Just remind me.
Yeah. And then here's the final class that we haven't talked about, the backup. Which is one of the coolest things they added to this game. Where if where they can chain attack with allies.
Didn't they have something like that in Awakening?
Yeah, where your para partner could chain attack with you.
That's right.
Yeah. And of course, and they don't.
That's a cool feature.
And in order to tone it down compared to Awakening, they made it so that they do flat damage, flat percent-based damage.
Still.
But I think it's like 10% of your health. So if you and backups can chain attack as long as they have reach to whoever you're attacking. And one of the best backup units is the warrior who has bow proficiency, which means he could back up. Which means he can engage in a backup from 3 spaces away. And essentially, since they do 10% 10% HP damage per hit, if you have 10 of these guys surrounding somebody, you could one round anything.
Reminds me of I can't remember if it was 4th edition or 5th edition or 3rd edition D&D. The kobolds had the pile-on ability, where each successive attack from a kobold would just do more damage.
Not 5th edition, that's for sure.
Might have been.
It might have been 3rd. I can't say anything about.
Had good concepts.
Yeah.
Poorly executed.
Yeah. But see, for this title, I do kind of like the idea of the break system. I think that's a
neat addition.
A neat addition to add a little bit of an ability to like try and turn the field of the flow of battle in your favor. Because if you go about it right, then you can actually use that to some pretty good effect. So I do like that.
Yeah, it prevents the
spirit joining thing. I'm gonna call you what you are. You're a Power Ranger. You're a Ghost Power Ranger.
Yeah, I do like the break system and the disarming system because, I mean, as both of you know, in the older days of Fire Emblem, you could get in dead-end scenarios where it's like, oh, there's no way I'm winning this because, you know, there's no way I'm winning this. Like, if you were in the wrong position at the wrong time, it was just you were doomed. So, yeah, comeback mechanics are always nice. Yeah, like, that's an interesting way to evolve the series, not all this Colgate head crap.
What is the hell?
I mean, yeah, Crown Prince, okay. It doesn't
look at that,
yeah, okay, Fairy Prince.
Look at that Asian spear technique.
He looks like he just got done coming back from his, like, toddler sister's tea party.
To play devil's advocate, if they're basing it off European style, European fashion was very frilly and goofy and shit.
I'm talking about the vines in his head.
I was about to. Well, that's a laurel. That was a thing of royalty in Rome. But that fucking chest brooch, you see what I'm looking at? The like Cthulhu-ass looking. That's what pushes it over the fucking edge. Everything else would be like, alright, not great, but okay. That's
our ancestors had terrible design.
Oh yeah, well, I guarantee they'd say the same thing about many things.
Alright, now we have our newest 3 characters here. We first have Alfred, the Prince of Firene, the Kingdom of Firene, who's themed. Their theme is flowers.
He's not.
Gee, would have never guessed.
You know what? Compared to the others, he's not as bad. He really isn't.
So, and also their naming, the naming theme is French perfumes. They are named after French perfume brands.
Boucheron Alfred is a French perfume brand?
Yeah.
Huh.
So is Etier.
That's
an
can't be
I?
it.
That looks like Edel.
Yeah, it looks like if it's an I, it's a capital I, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, her name is pronounced Etier.
It might just be the bit rate.
Perhaps. E-T-I-E.
Maybe. Yeah.
Is that an obvious I on your side? Crit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Tell us that looks like an L, and we're going. I was about to go. I recognize the council has made a decision. A stupid decision, which I'm electing to ignore.
Nah. You know, I was squinting at it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's enough that I'm like, there could be a little.
So, my main problem with his character design is he has a weapon of war. His horse is equipped for war,
but
he looks like he's dressed to ask you to for the first stance of the ball.
Now, to be fair, most anime, and including Fire Emblem, with the exception of a few characters, most of them aren't really like practically dressed for war.
And this is true.
So we can't necessarily leverage it. It sticks out more in this because the main batch are so egregiously over-designed. Honestly, I mean, I call it inspection sense, but it's alright.
It's not bad.
It's
I would not
keep
great
over most of them.
Yeah, I would side with you on that one. What about the other two? What do they look like?
First, let me talk more about this guy. This guy is Vander Mark II. Let that sink in for a moment.
0 times 2 is still 0.
Right.
Why is the 2 most practically dressed people the worst?
Right. So he's level 5 with a rating of 53. If you remember, last chapter, Alir finally hit level 3 after soloing just about everything he could. Right. And this guy's 2 levels higher than him, and he's got 53 rating. He's got similar stats to Vander already. He's like missing like 9 stat points or something. 11 stat points. And his passive ability is absolute garbage.
If unit uses weight without attacking or using items, grants strength +2 for 1 turn.
So you sacrifice an entire round of attacking for 2 strength?
2 more damage, essentially. And it goes away at the end of the turn. You can't store it. You have to immediately act. Like, this would be cool if it lasts for like 5 turns.
Well, I mean,
like,
I can see, because there's a lot of times where he won't necessarily be in range.
Yeah.
It'd be better if he wasn't cavalry. Because I'd be like, okay, I'm going to move, I'm going to wait, and then now that I'm in range on next turn, I do extra damage.
I mean, it's... The best use case for it would be to either move him outside of attack range, or just inside an attack range, to use Self-Improver to give him a 2 strength buff to retaliate for +2 damage for a turn. And then maybe hit someone once.
It's not great.
If you park Alir next to him, that with Alir's +3 true damage passive and his +2 strength, that's an extra 5 damage per retaliation.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's not bad. But without a leer, it's garbage.
And 2 damage.
Hot.
2 damage.
It's too.
I wouldn't use it proactive. Like, you wouldn't want to use that if you're already in attack range. Just, you wouldn't.
But yeah. It is very. But that said, it's not bad, but it is underpowered as all heck.
Compared?
Yeah, it's not...
This should have been a Fire Emblem outfit rating stream. We should do that one of these days. Tier list of Fire Emblem characters from this game.
Oh, also he has terrible growths. He is a Vander that can level up.
Oh wait, so also has terrible growth?
So literally 0 times 2 still equals 0.
Yeah, but he can grow. And by the time he hits level 10, he will have surpassed Vander's stat. He will have surpassed Vander in stats. He only has 2 less strength than Vander, and
Bolt can grow too. That doesn't make it useful.
And like 2 less defense than Vander.
That's penicillin.
And similar speed. He's essentially your second tank at this point in the game. Like you line him up next to Vander, and they tank things, so that Alir can finish him off.
Remember, they can't be better than Alir. That is the proxy for every character. They cannot be anywhere close to as good.
Next chapter, you will get your second Alir.
But it's still not as good as Alir.
And one of the best characters in the game.
Anyway, show us the other 2.
So here we have Boucheron. No,
he's fine. Well, I mean, besides practicality niggles of the armor, he's fine.
You
The
can
frills are a
literally
little
just
much.
kick him in the dick.
Well, but that's what I said, aside from practicality. If we're talking stylistically, because we gotta go with that.
Actually, what's with the bulge he's got? Jesus Christ!
I don't see the ball.
Oh, boy.
You know what? Maybe
that's a cod piece. That's a cod piece.
I hope so.
I also hope so.
Design-wise, my major complaint is those triangles coming out of his pauldrons.
Yeah, he looks like he's in ceremonial armor.
Yeah, but I mean, again,
his shoulders are not protected. His neck is not protected. His everything from the knee, just above the knee, up to his waist is unprotected.
No. But again, it's a JRPG. That's a terrible metric. Like Cloud from Final Fantasy VII was nothing but vulnerable.
Moved to tears when an ally joins a chain attack in this unit's combat. Unit deals +2 damage.
Already better than Alfred.
Yeah.
Because
I like that a lot more than Alfred's by a lot.
Like,
okay,
it requires you to have a second backup unit, but those are easy to get because backup units are one of the best class types in this game. So there is no detriment to that.
Yeah, it's something that's already good.
Okay.
And he just gets +2 damage when they chain attack with him. There is an emblem you get later on that gives a character who can't chain attack the ability to chain attack. And that makes him even better.
Yeah.
But
you know, go ahead.
But but on paper, he is a terrible as heck unit. It took what was it called, speedrunners to find out how great he is. During the normal playthrough, you will probably use him and then immediately dump him off in a couple chapters when you as one of your like candidates for benching. The reason is he has a 20% strength growth.
Okay,
but he has the highest hit health growth in the game and the highest natural build growth in the game.
So he uses the biggest Whomper.
he uses big fuck whompers, which compensates for his lacking strength. And he's also thick.
So wait, we found a useful character. Holy crap!
I have come up with a new complaint about his design.
all right, let's hear it.
So, you know the whole people are attracted to women with that hourglass shape?
Uh-huh. Yeah, his waist.
Well, when did the bottom part of the hourglass equate to the thighs?
Yeah, he is a thick
This
boy.
guy's got thighs.
His hips are so narrow compared to the rest of his body.
It might just be the way the belt makes it look.
His quads are bigger than his hips.
Well, that's fine. Women like thick thighs. I think it might be that every
His quads are bigger than my head.
That's fine. Also, the big thing is if you look at it from an art theory, all the lines are pulling in towards his waist. Everything that is like a line, like the green, the gold, the sides, it's all like moving in towards his bulge, really, which makes his waist look smaller than I think.
God, you have the same bulge.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. It's there. You wouldn't notice it if you looked at him from the front, but there's a lot of shadow right here.
Yeah, everything is designed to point towards. It's like the Futurama phrase. Notice how all the perspective lines are. Draw your eye right to the dog.
My eyes are up here, sir.
Tell his penis to stop looking at me. It's rude.
Alright.
Next one.
Okay.
Oh, also,
Well,
his most notable, one of the most notable things about him is that when he crits, he says, "It's Bushin time!"
She's fine.
Now we have Etier.
Okay, well, she's got armor,
legs are a little
leg
impractical,
guards.
but-
Interesting.
Honestly, is it a midriff? Yeah, midriff's fine.
It's a mid-drip.
The frills are a bit much, but really,
She looks like she's out having a tea time out in the flower bed.
Oh, tiara's too much.
I don't
Get rid of
think
the
it's
tiara.
I don't think it's too much. I think what it is it's impractical. It's sitting on top of her head, as in it's too small. Like, if you're gonna have a tiara on a character, it needs to actually sit the way a tiara is. She looks like she doesn't understand how to wear it and thinks it's supposed to be worn like a hat.
Mm-hmm. And the color clashes a little bit. Well, actually, blue and orange go together. But
the
blue
and the green do not.
Yeah.
And the green is the primary color.
Yep.
Let's spin around a little bit more. Let's get a full look here.
But you know what? I'll give her a pass.
The outfit is not bad. The color palette, even though it's not to my taste, is still not bad.
No, so he's dressed for Easter, but I mean, it's fine.
But my problem is, like the prince, it looks like they came from a picnic, ready for war.
Yeah, from a practicality standpoint, it's awful, but from a stylistic point, I'd give it a B.
I think a B is a solid assessment. Yeah. What's her thing?
Alright.
Energize. I almost thought that said engorged for some reason. When unit recovers HP using an item, grants strength +2 for 1 turn.
I have to.
Does strength even affect bows?
I have to apologize to Alfred. Her passive is more useless than Alfred's passive.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It really is. That is garbage.
So
she shouldn't even be taking damage.
So first off, she's an archer. She can only retaliate against opponents who are within her range. Since bows normally only hit 2 spaces away, that means she cannot counterattack somebody who's punching her in the face. And where Alfred's, you can end your turn, get your +2 buff for a turn, and then spend like an entire enemy round retaliating. She cannot. She uses an item to buff herself, and then she's done. She gets strength buff, she ends her turn, and she loses it.
Yeah, that's useless unless you can pass that ability on to someone else, which doesn't happen for a long while usually in this series.
Yeah.
And by then, you're usually not sitting there looking at vulneraries going, yeah, I'm gonna use this. No, you got someone with a fucking staff who's like, I can heal you from halfway across the map.
Yeah.
That is a terrible ability almost for anybody.
Yeah.
Alright. Then we go to the next part. She is Boucheron's female counterpart, stat-wise. Except that she doesn't have any good things about her. She has no speed growth, she has no strength growth, she has no defense growth, and she has no health growth and no build growth.
So she's the worst character in the game.
She is... She can level up. She is also an early favorite of a lot of people,
Because she has tits.
including mine, because she has such a wonderful personality. Like, you can't, like, she's
Way more useful.
her MO is that she wants to be strong enough to defend her princess, right?
And just fails to meet her dreams.
Yeah, I mean, so she's constantly she's constantly exercising, lifting weights. Her teacup is weighted so she can weight lift while she's drinking tea. But she has no growths, so she can't get stronger.
So she's all personality. And I'm sorry, Nick, I have to disagree. She's as flat as an anvil.
Anime's ruined you. That's a solid, like, A
That's
cup.
an A cup. That's
not flat.
That's
I've
flat
seen
enough.
flat.
Yeah, this...
That's flat enough.
Yeah.
Something for you two to watch after stream.
But yeah, that said, she is tuned to be able to take out flyers on this map. And that's the extent of her usefulness.
Yep.
Why does this make me... Why does this game sound like this is out to make me sad?
Well, if you really like Aleer, good news for you.
Well, so far have I said anything to insinuate that I like Aleer?
Behold how she talks about her muscles who are awesome.
With these muscles, I'll have those flyers dropping like...
One shot. She's tuned so that she can one-shot flyers on this map. Unfortunately, she's an XP trap, just like this guy. Except this guy can actually be useful if you class change him to a physical tank, whereas she cannot be useful without over leveling her beyond, without applying extreme amounts of favoritism so that she's stronger than high level than anybody anyways. In which case her lower stats doesn't matter.
I mean, so personality aside, play-wise, she sounds like the worst character in the game.
Or at least close to it.
So the next time
she's an early bench.
The next archer you get has a passive ability that says well, he he is a unique archer class, unlike where she's a basic archer class, and his unique archer class has an ability that says based at a chance based on your dexterity stat, ignore 50% of your target's armor.
That's good.
That's fucking good. Especially since Dex is one of his highest stats.
Hey, Crit.
Yeah.
Real quick, something you need to work on is playing while we're talking. Because you have 20 minutes left in your stream.
Right.
Actually, we're 40 minutes over.
No, it's 10 o'clock his time, isn't it?
I usually play
He
until
normally
9.
ends at 9.
Because we're 40 minutes over.
Alright.
And you have completed precisely one battle.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Well, to be fair, we got him talking about the individual characters.
I know,
their
but once he's
design,
done
all
talking
that, but
about their designs, he needs to... It's constructive criticism.
Okay, what's with the weird cat ears on our helmet?
Whose? Oh, hers?
The unknown
it's
soldier.
It's a design thing. That's all.
Oh, they're not cat ears. They're just
Ornamental.
it's the space between her visor and her helmet. Or not. Never mind.
They're supposed to look like birds. There's your answer.
Do you know what that is?
They do look like
Those are air vents in which to blow her helmet off her head. Because there's no chin strap.
Great God.
There's a chin strap.
We can't
Oh,
get
there
that
is.
nitpicky
Okay.
because
Yes,
ornamental
I
helmets
can.
are something in every game.
Alright.
So while you kill the chaff, I'm going to say it. It honestly sounds like the Perfume Kingdom.
Has terrible characters with good fashion sense.
Forgot the purpose of hiring talent for talent.
Talent for talent.
Not hiring talent to have bodies.
You make a Lear look better.
Yeah.
Shoot. Maybe I won't do that. I need to.
Clearly, you need to win by using a Lear more.
Alright, can I put some down to 14? And Alir will slap his ass for 10. Alright,
Clap that ass.
okay, Vander doesn't one-shot the birds, so I'll keep him there. I'll actually retreat Alir down.
After stream, I should have time for, like, a round of Starship Troopers if you boys want to play the new update.
I don't have it, so...
Well, I mean, it's not that big, actually.
I think he's saying to install it, you heathen.
Yeah.
That's what that sounded like to me.
I'm saying we still have games that we need to play as.
Not that we can play in an hour, though.
Alright. Honestly, I wish I could have gotten to the next chapter, because that's where that's where you get your first good character.
Well, you'll be able to do it next week.
That said, I will be taking Fram all the way to endgame.
Is that the monk?
Yeah.
Why? Not that I doubt your judgment, I'm just wondering why in particular.
Because she's the only good key adept.
Of course. Why even have characters?
Uses the actual damage, so if they die, you keep your good people.
Oh, okay, fair. You, cannon fodder. I have a name. Not for long, you don't.
You, cannon fodder. I have a name. Oh, good. We'll have something.
Oh my god. Fuck!
How are you?
Look at that guy!
You need to allure harder. Are hand axes still a thing? You know, the ranged axes?
Yeah, I didn't realize they have javelins. Only she has javelins. Alright. That's fine. He doesn't have a hand axe. Bushron can potentially be good, so I will give him some XP. Well, also because I'm gonna die if I don't.
That's how imbalanced this game is. He's debating between dying and giving another character some XP.
Very important decisions. Who can I... Yes.
Yes? No? Maybe so?
Alright. Is Alir strong enough to one-shot that guy? He is not. Oh, wonderful. I need to get rid of 2 of these guys. I will break this thing. Alright. And Alir can survive a hit from that. Can you survive? And that has range on Alir. Crap. I have no choice but to give this guy XP. Alright, I have no choice. Alir is most likely to die if I don't get rid of one of those things.
You have to give someone else experience? How ghastly.
Ghastly indeed. Look, exactly 23 damage. Like, this is the part that traps most people with Etie, is that she one-shots flyers here, so people are like, oh man, she must be good! Ah, little do they know. Oh my gosh.
Just snap the Pegasus in half
And
with a piece of celery.
Also, one of the best things about Fram is that she gains XP from staff use. Which means she doesn't take
all staff users?
all of them do, but not everybody can use staffs. God damn it. Eddie, get out of the way. It's Bushin time. It was Bushin time.
It was indeed Bushin time. Axes, man, when they crit, they crit.
Yeah. Alright, we have gotten rid of most of the map now. Half of it. Alright, these don't have javelins. This guy's probably annoying.
行きます。
Move up.
So, Crit,
Yes.
what would you say is your favorite Fire Emblem game?
My
And
favorite.
to narrow it down, I'll give you criteria. Because obviously you may have favorites for different reasons. What is your favorite Fire Emblem game story-wise?
Story.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Tough call, huh?
Yeah, it's tough.
Okay,
The stories of pre GameCube Fire Emblems are very text-based and very short in their brief in their stories.
Yeah, they're very like Kingdom War Kingdom.
Yeah, and you know they got that. We traveled here, met a bunch of people. Meanwhile, Kingdom A and Kingdom B are sodomizing the peasants. Oh.
Okay, I'll lob you an easier question then. Who is your favorite Fire Emblem character, personality-wise?
Character. Personality-wise.
Like, what character would you like to see in another game doing their thing? Just being them. If you say Alear, I'm gonna be mildly disappointed. Only because he's not terrible. Just his design is.
Alright. Gonna block off the boss there.
Same question to you, Dracon.
Favorite character?
Dracon?
Personality-wise, huh? Like, here's a good example. I remember the game Thousand Arms? Yeah.
I know, even though, you know, the most powerful character was the main character due to their combat system being, you know, one person in front, so you never really used anybody else. You really liked Musa a lot. I remember that.
Musa was hilarious. I missed that game.
It was a
Musa.
good game. The guy who would smack his butt.
Alright, yeah.
You loved that he would taunt by just smacking his ass.
I mean, it's a very funny action. He's got such a jiggly ass.
He does. And he was this bombastic personality. It was great. Honestly, I wish there would have been more reason to use the other characters besides support.
I like, what was her name? Mine?
From that
the pirate girl.
She was cool.
I thought she was fucking awesome. Like, at first I'm like, yeah, she's hot. And then, like, dating her and all that, I'm like, this woman is amazing.
Yeah, she was
like, do you think you could ever fart in front of me? Yeah, I want to see a blue flame. I wonder if you'll burn your butt.
God, classic. Did you ever get the conversation dialogue that was like, this game is not rated for that?
Yes, there was a specific town where you could actually access the inn, and if you tried going up to where the rooms are with your day, it's like, no.
There was a dialogue option too. There was one, I forget which girl it was, but it's like, you're like, yeah, let's do a pajama party, and her response would be like, this game is not rated for that content.
It was such a fun game. It didn't take itself overly seriously. It broke the fourth wall everywhere.
Yeah, the combat was just too easy, was my thing. You just stick mice up front, Dude, it was so easy.
It wasn't a hard game per se, but it was very enjoyable.
Like, I suppose my gripe was that there was it was a really colorful and cool cast of character, like the samurai who was a pervert who would try to get with women by pretending to be sick. They were interesting characters, but there was no real reason to use them.
My biggest gripe about Thousand Arms was there was a nameless NPC in the last town you ever go into who's, and I quote, will say, "What are you waiting for? 2,000 arms." And I'm here today, in the year 2024, still saying yes.
Yeah.
I loved 1,000 Arms. That is easily one of my top favorite games that I ever played. The cosplay girl.
Yeah,
like if you got her cosplays unlocked, she by herself was powerful.
She was, yeah. All the characters were equally useful. Just nice was the
That's
match.
because only one person can stand in front and attack
Yeah,
ever.
that was the problem. Yeah.
Like everyone was everybody.
Yeah.
And I want to argue that everyone was powerful. The healer main love interest was not, and that is literally because she keeps getting taken out of your party for like half the fucking game, so she was always under level.
Speaking of,
she was a glorified healer. That's what she was.
She was a support character, which is fine. I mean, these were the early '90s, early 2000s. It was PS1 era. The trope of the girlfriend healing you, yeah, it was the birth of the trope.
I mean, I have no problem with the trope, but she was useless for anything else because she was so underleveled. Literally, because she is literally taken out of the party for literally half the game. Yep.
That was such a pain. Not having a healer.
Yes, it was. Speaking of awesome character design, because people are like, oh, there's only so many ideas. The Suikoden games managed to make 108 unique characters.
Yeah. They were only really a thing for like the recruitment, but
I mean, they had unique designs, they had unique abilities, and they had unique stories. Were they all great? No. But none of them were like particularly terrible.
yeah, none of them were terrible. But
I'm sad to say I never was in the Suikoden.
oh my god, even
I played 3, and I got to a certain point, and I don't know why I stopped playing. Like overall, I do remember one of the last time I played, I got mad because I got party wiped by Killer Seaweed. I'm like, how the fuck did I just get my ass kicked by fucking, lifeless vegetation?
So, Suikoden 3 specifically has hidden difficulty. So you know how it's the only one where you pick a character in the beginning. The other ones you have a character. But in 3, you pick the order you played the 3 names in.
oh fuck, you critted.
How dare you succeed?
How dare you steal my XP? That was boss XP. That's worth an entire level, but he got 5 from it.
You know what, Crit? That'll be an interesting stream challenge. The Vander playthrough, where you have to level Vander.
What percent? What was his crit chance?
I don't know, man.
I'm sure it was a single digit.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my god.
First time I've seen you be disappointed when you crit. Anyway, Suikoden 3, if you picked the Night Lady first, she was actually the hardest of the 3 to play. Her and the swordsman. The kid was the easiest because you started with the second companion that you could ride. And the levels carried over, so I started with the kid, and by the time I reached all three of them, it was incredibly powerful. Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Be right back. Idle meeting!
Ha. Crunch.
I mean, not gonna lie, would it have been easier to just bite the mage bitch and interrupt the spell?
さあ残りの指輪もこちらに立ち去りなさい
Especially when she's got a fucking finger beam! Like, a single shot sent her running!
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
Good job, Piccolo! You had enough time to shove the damn boy out of the way, but instead you go and T-pose him.
But there is a plot reason why she ran away.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, if you notice, she dropped a gem.
Yeah.
And that was the time crystal. Allows you to restart. Right there. How the heck do you know that she's almost out of divine power?
Yeah, like...
本当ならルミエル様の寿命はまだ先のはずなのにどうしてこんなことに私の力は
I feel like this shot was literally just designed in order to show
trying to show her, show you Lumiera's personality.
そうすればいつか目覚めてくれるって信じて。だけど
I'll give you two reasons why Lumiera was better than every other female character in this cast so far.
私のせいでこんなことに。バカね。あなたのせいじゃないわ。我が子が目覚めるなら、生きていてくれるなら、親は何だってするものよ。でも、この聖騎士の指輪をあなたに授けます。本当は私の作った指輪もあげたかったけれど、取りには戻れないわね。よく聞いて。さっきの侵入者たちからは邪竜の力を感じたの。奴らにこれ以上指輪を渡してはダメ。お願い、どうかあなたが12の指輪を集めて。何があっても何を思い出しても神竜として最後まで戦って。わかりました。私が必ず指輪を集めます。何があっても最後まで戦います。だから死なないでください。母さん。ああ、私を母と呼んでくれるのね。ありがとう。その言葉、最後に聞けてよかった。最後じゃないです。母さんの作った指輪、記憶が戻ったらくれるって約束しましたよね。それに起きたらゆっくり話をしようってそう言ったじゃないですか。そうね、もっとたくさん話をしたかった。私、あなたのお母さんになれて幸せだった。
Wait, because? becoming your mother? That's a
母さんの
weird
子で
way
幸せで
to
す
phrase it.
1000年前の私も幸せだったと思いますだから
Good of you to catch on to
思い
that.
出すまでそばにいてまだ行かないでよ母さん
You're adopted!
The whole 1,000-year thing actually matter? Or would the story change basically not at all?
She sacrificed 1,000 years worth of her divine power to revive Alir
Do we know
from death.
how much that is as like your percentile? The answer is no, so it's irrelevant.
Well, considering that, divine dragons live, relatively forever in the Fire Emblem series. If you remember Tiki from the first game, she was like 700 years old.
And she was like a kid.
Yeah, I mean, like there you could assume they aged like 1 year per 100 years. So this is like 10 years of her life.
So they could have chopped that number down to 10.
Oh yeah,
And it would have had the same impact.
Yeah. Also, if you remember Tiki from Fire Emblem Awakening, she's like 1,000 years older than Tiki from the first Fire Emblem. Yeah. So.
Yeah, 1,000 is nothing. So.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a big number to make the main character seem important.
It's a drop in a vast ocean.
That said, the hooded figure that nuked her was a fell dragon. So maybe like equal powers slapping into each other. But yeah, like
ありがとうございますみんな
I feel like she could have taken that.
No, but Alir needs to be so important.
I don't even think it's that Alir is important. It's just
like, well, here's a good
they're attempting to create the drama.
Yeah. Well, like people bring up.
I mean,
it's spoilers for old Final Fantasy VII. Don't know if it's gonna happen in the new one. Spoilers. Aerith dying. A lot of people are like, oh, you could just use a Phoenix Down. Phoenix Down technically only fixes unconsciousness.
Yeah.
I mean,
in Final Fantasy,
technically true. However, the text to a lot of the items and abilities lead that to not be true because they specify dead or death.
The instant death abilities, yeah.
Like auto doom.
Hold on, let's find out.
実は母上フィレネ女王の使いで神竜王様に救援を求めに来ていたんだ少し前からフィレネ王国に化け物が現れるようになってね
化け物
ひび割れた体に黒い仮面
but yeah, like her dying is typical. Let's see now, shonen adventure anime plot.
Yeah.
Like the main character experiences a trauma and now swears to go save the world.
Yeah.
奴らは神出鬼没で無差別な破壊をする今は王城の騎士たちを各地に派遣しなんとか食い止めている状態だがいつまで持つかわからないこうしている間にも民たちが危険だこんな時にすまないが神竜様我が国に手を貸してくれないか
Divine One, will you help us? Bitch, I just lost my mom!
私が力になれるでしょうか 母さんはもうい
Don't
な
want to
い
know
わ
how to heal it. I just need
ル
to
ミ
know
エル
the
様はいなくなってしまったが、君はその血と思いを受け継いでいる。指輪の力を使いこなせるのは神竜たる君だけだ。今の我が国には君の力が必要なんだ。
Technically, fellow dragons can also use the rings.
もう少し時間を置こう。僕は一旦国に戻る。その間に考えよう。
いいえ、行きます。これ以上家族を殺されて悲しむ人を増やしたくありません。決めたんです。怖いと思ってももう逃げないと。母さんがいなくなった今、神竜の役目を果たせるのは私だけですから。
He just swore revenge on his mother, and he doesn't want anyone else to feel the pain of loss from parental loss, familiar loss. Yeah, but he's only known her for like a day.
Yeah.
He literally woke up yesterday, got taken to this castle, and took a nap. And now he's all like, I just lost my mother, the most important thing to me in the world. I will help all the children in this world so they also won't lose their mothers.
I mean, maybe divine dragons just pack bond really fucking hard.
Yeah. But, you know, but thinking about things like this ruins the story.
If some games call it chaos, some games call it death. Weird. I wonder if it's a censorship thing.
精一杯君の力になるよ。
ありがとうございます。
So, plotline so far. Alir woke up. Alir, there's evil afoot. Alir gets saved by his mother. Alir gets trained by his mother. Alir goes to bed, has a nightmare, wakes up, watches his mother die, swears revenge upon the world and to save the world from orphans like him.
Wait, save the world from orphans? Gotta fucking kill those orphans, man.
Gotta keep those orphans, man.
See, that's why when you kill someone, you also kill their relatives. That way you're not leaving any orphans.
I can't make up for what you lost, but I'm your other side, Divine One. But yeah, and now we're setting up on a quest to help this guy's kingdom from the zombies. Poor Queen Lemire, when words gets out, there'll be mourning all over Fiorine. I'll be your sword and shield, Divine One, and a flower. What brings more comfort than that? Maybe for a map. You got one more map at most. Thanks again for agreeing to help us. I hope you can do something to save Fiorine. Yeah, I will. I'm sorry, Divine One. I wish to have healed her, but you just ran it too. It's so unfair. It really is. Queen Lemire has always been nice to you, but now I shall never see her smile again. There's like one more. The next map is the last tutorial map, I think, or something. I forgot at what point we get to go to. Here we go. Never mind. We finally get home base where we can customize our people.
私が眠っていた場所ですね。使えるのならありがたいですが、今からみんなで戻るのは大変では。
ソラネルには不思議な力がございまして、神竜の力があればどこからでも出入りが可能なのです。
そうなんですか？
はい。逆に申し上げれば、神竜の力がないとソラネルに入ることはできません。我々竜の森人でさえ、ルミエル様のお力なしでは一歩も足を踏み入れることができませんでした。それがソラネルが最も堅牢な空の要塞と呼ばれるゆえんです。
それは心強いですね。バンドレの提案通り拠点として使いましょう。でも出発する前に少しだけ時間をくれますか？ 母さんに挨拶をします。しばらくここを離れることになりますから。
わかりました。お待ちしておりますので、どうかごゆっくりと。
母さん、今までずっと守ってくれてありがとう。きっと長い旅になると思いますが、マンドレたちも一緒なので心配しないでください。私は神竜として必ずあなたの意志を継いで指輪を集めます。行ってきます、母さん。
Chair.
Thank you, Chair, for watching over
無事に
me.
ソラネルに戻ってこられましたね。
Thank you for the
目覚めてすぐの
comfort
時は
that
気
you
づきませんでしたが、
provided my
こんなに
posterior.
広かっただなんて。
今はガランとしていて何もありませんが、仲間が増えれば賑やかになるでしょう。設備を整えれば戦闘にも役立ちます。どうぞご検討くださいませ。
わかりました。
ところで神竜様、これに
Behold the time crystal. Allows you to redo your days.
初めて
Wait
見
a
るも
minute,
の
it
で
has
す。
more red in it than
珍
it
しい水晶で
did
こしらえ
earlier.
られていますね。
Yeah.
これがどうかしたのですか？
襲撃の後、指輪の間に落ちていたのです。あなた様のものかと思いお持ちしたのですが、どうやら違うようですな。他に持ち主もおりませんので、敵兵のものであれば処分を。
待ってください。見覚えはないのですが、何か懐かしいような感じがします。
であれば、これは神竜様がお持ちください。何か思い出すことがあるかもしれません。
ありがとうございます。ここでしばらく休んだらフィレネに向けて出発しましょう。
Okay. Oh, look at this. DLC items. Well, technically. This right here are the main weapons and the rings for the 3 main characters of Fire Emblem Heroes. You get this if your account is linked, if your Nintendo account is linked with Fire Emblem Heroes. And these are the most powerful weapons in the game.
Of course they are.
How wonderful.
I miss unlocking customization options in-game without day one 40 different cosmetic bundles for the Tales series.
I mean, we can just we can add challenge to crit by
I just
smacking
picked up
him in
horse
the
manure.
testicles.
Oh,
Or that.
damn it, I can't use that yet. That's unfortunate.
Alright, crit.
Yeah,
Where's
it's
the challenge you
about
said?
time. It's about time. But
We're well over.
yeah, we are well over. There's a this is one of the biggest time sinks in this game for me, like this area. Like, I have over 200 hours in this game, and it's probably just running around here collecting bullshit.
Is the bullshit worth collecting?
No.
Then don't do it.
Yeah. It really isn't. I want to show... Oh, damn it. Cutscene. Behold! A cafe!
Gentlemen, behold! Corn!
Corn. I'm looking for Vander, because he is very stylish. Like, in the castle, everyone wears their, like, I don't know, common clothes. She has the same hat. Yeah, like, it's a nice... She has, like, a nice, modern schoolgirl dress, I think.
More over-design. No, I'm kidding.
Elir's clothes is...
He's wearing a napkin on his back.
Yeah, he's very, fashionable.
He's very Victorian schoolboy.
Yeah, he's got that. Boosh is booshin'.
Post is potion.
Where's Vander though? I want to show Butler Vander.
Emphasis on butt.
He is in the Cafe Terrace. Where the heck did I miss him? You see him? Alright, maybe if I go in here and then exit. It's locked for now.
Try the second story.
Locked for now.
That's her.
Okay, enter.
No.
Oh my god, why is there a loading screen for this room?
Uh-oh.
Alright. Then exit. This is my bedroom, by the way. Maybe he'll spawn now.
You'll spawn now.
Also, I like the little sprites in the loading screen. They're always filled with the last characters you brought with you in battle. Alright, I don't see Vander. I'm over it. We'll end it here for tonight. I thank y'all for watching. If you like my stream, please do like, subscribe if you haven't, and like to see more of my streams every Wednesday and Friday. I don't know what I'm doing on Wednesdays anymore, but on Fridays I'll be doing some more Final Fantasy XIV's main story quest. However, next week I definitely won't be streaming because I'll be out of town, doing out of town things. No. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. Good night, everybody.
Good night.